live! Alright. Even a week off felt like forever. Well, folks. And now I can skip through all my test saves. I've been doing a lot of coding this week. So I got so many good fixes for this next patch. Hopefully we can see some of them in action. Whoa! Get to see some of them in action tonight. I'm really curious about... Good evening. We got a new, like the some of the changes we've got in Workshop Framework are pretty low level, so we're going to a 2.3.0 for Workshop Framework, and we're going to test out one of the features tonight, and hopefully my save doesn't get smoked, but if it does, we'll just roll back to this one. The creator of Annex the Commonwealth, came up with a system called the Persistence Manager, and we stuck it in Workshop Framework. And basically what it's going to do is maintain all of the workshop items that add resources like power and food and water and the wires, and keeps them kind of in memory all the time. And the goal is to make it so the power grid can't corrupt and your numbers don't get all out of whack. So you know how you guys sometimes when you go to this workshop screen and the numbers will show like 4294 or something like that on the side? That happens from the game just losing track of items, and so we're going to try and solve a whole bunch of problems at a low level with this next Workshop Framework patch. So we're going to test and see how my save handles the load. Actually, I'm curious right away if it's running. Let's see. Show quest variable. Persistence Manager. She's running. Not much in the queue yet, so we'll see how she goes. Deep dive, yeah, I saw it. I think I already managed to fix it, so that was very helpful. And I see what happened. It looked like when we built, we did some changes to memory lane where we added in the power flickering, because like I think in the initial launch we had Jake say the power flickers, but it didn't actually. And then when we made the power flicker, I think in a patch, I think we broke the lighting thing you showed me. So hopefully that's fixed now. Oh, we got super mutants over here. You just gonna stand there and take? He's just staring at the corpse. Like, nah. I don't want to engage. Ooh, legendary. Hey, guys. Oh, this might actually be really good. Oh, I didn't need this from mutant orders. I haven't messed with my weapons in ages. I've been waiting for the HQ labs to get set up, which I think we're gonna do today. Well, maybe not the labs, but we're definitely gonna go hard on HQ today. I think I've got most of the settlers that I can recruit right now, until I figure out what's going on with the Ron's recruitment. And how many people do we have at HQ? I think we have a fair number now. Off camera, let's see. Off camera, I made some progress on it, and I didn't save it. I just was testing. Let's see here. Where is our quest? Oh, yeah, I should shut that quest. I want to test to make sure I can shut that quest down. What else are we gonna do today? Not that. Not that. Not that. Did we already finish? Did we finish How to HQ last weekend? And then we just haven't gotten the call from Mansfield yet? That'll be good because I know I posted a hotfix to say that the thing was fixed. And I tested it in one of my saves and it had worked. But I'm curious if now that I'm running, other than the change to Workshop Framework, I'm effectively running the same stuff you guys are on this build, I think. So we just need to see if that call breaks for me or not now. Because a lot of folks posted on the patch note thing that it's still broken for them. It's a real bummer because I was certain I had it figured out. I was working on my save, but I always tell the testers that like I can never trust my own test scenario because it's hard to know what wildcard files I've got in, or even if it works for me, that's just often it's because I know exactly what to do and how to break out of trouble, and sometimes I do it without thinking. How's my sound, guys? I forgot to do my sound checks. Sounds cool. Okay, alright, I guess we'll... I'm trying to think of how I can get this try. I guess we'll just wait till... We'll wait till 9, and then if everything's going to fall apart on camera. And that'll be fun for everyone to watch.
Yeah?
Let me find an NPC to have a conversation with. We can test the NPC volume while we're waiting for 9 o'clock.
Huh?
Yes.
You guys got nothing interesting to say.
Yes.
Huh?
Where's a real NPC? Not a visitor. That is quite the bright blue lighting. Can you imagine having to work in that? Like if this is your workstation? Just all the time. Hey, here we go.
Not enough places to crash, homie.
Let's trade some things.
Yo,
I just want to trade a few things.
looking for a pick-me-up?
Little Cola, you're back. Cola got, I think, Cola's workshop connection is like funky right now. I don't know if it's from the end of the Paul quest or I did something wrong in my save, but whenever time I run the optimal reassignment on Sanctuary, it teleports Cola over there, and then she immediately bolts back here.
The world will be shown Adam's glory.
NPCs sound good. Awesome. All right, well, it's 9 o'clock, so it's time to get started. Welcome, everybody. Sorry I missed last week. I've been missing a lot lately. Real life is keeping me down. A lot of stuff going on. I've got I got a new venture going on that I'm working on for, feeding me, for paying the bills. And that's taken up a lot of time, and sometimes it just pulls me away. And then I've got my 5-year-old started school recently, so I'm just in a chaotic transition period right now. So occasionally streams have to be canceled, but tonight we're good. Hopefully I will make it through as long as usual. I got a double batch of coffee here because I'm a little worried I'm gonna get sleepy on you guys. I did not get enough sleep last night, but we'll see how we go. As long as we're having fun, I'll keep going. We are going to work on some HQ stuff tonight. So I think last episode, right at the end of it, we finished how to HQ. And I think I'm just waiting for Mansfield to radio me now. And then we're going to find out if the hotfix that I posted is working correctly. Because a lot of people said it isn't, which would be a real bummer because I was certain I figured it out, as I was saying right before 9 o'clock. And for those of you guys who are new to watching my stream, the way we tend to do this, because I have a terrible attention span, so paying attention to chat and the game at the same time is just a bad idea for me, is I tend to focus mostly on the game. If there happens to be like a load screen or NPCs talking, I'll look over at chat and I look for messages of people that pinged me, which is why you're seeing a lot of folks doing at King Gath. Do the same if you want me to check your message. Any super chats that we get, I put into the development pool for some Zeldons 2. I don't spend them on coffee or anything. So if you want to help out SS2 and get your question guaranteed to be seen, that is one way to do it. And then once we get about halfway through, usually I switch gears and go full-on engagement with chat, and that's a good time to ask questions and stuff. So if you have something that's bugging you about the mod or something you just want to ask me personally or about our development or whatever, I'm happy to talk about it then. All right, so let's get into some HQ stuff. So I don't think I have any... Oh, yeah, I was going to talk to... So last patch, I think it was, we put in the thing that we fixed, this Charles Baker issue. Let's see if I got it.
I just want to trade a few things.
No,
Charles Baker, scribe, lover of history, and eager to meet you.
I just need to trade gear with you.
Yeah, see, there's still something. So there's supposed to be a dialogue option on here that will let you shut down this looking for yesterday. It's not showing up.
There aren't enough cots.
Whoa. Cool it, buddy. Here, have a disease cure. But I also am not sure how... So some of the fixes I posted, I don't know how many of them work retroactively in the last patch, because I did so many quest fixes that I mostly was just focused on. People sent me a save with an issue, made sure it worked in the one I had, and then I didn't test it more thoroughly than that, just for lack of time. And then I put it up on public beta, and some folks tested them. So that one looks like that, because that should be gone now based on the changes I made. So that needs to go back on my list. Convince the deserters to return. Where do we have deserters? I'm gonna turn that off. Back at Diamond City Market. All right, let's go take care of that real quick on our way. And we'll take one more crack at the Ron and see if he's got anybody for us on our way down to GNN. I think we did this last time, and we exhausted all of our options, and he had nobody left.
Saw you poking around that abandoned house. I'm gonna assume McDonough gave you permission and leave it at that.
I don't know why I'm getting lost all of a sudden in here. I need to go to... I need to go to the bar. Why can't I find the bar? I know where to go to... I know to get to the Ron's. Oh, there it is.
You ain't gonna last once you leave the wall, so don't get chummy.
Self-prescribed Kim. Recommended by me.
All right. Hey.
Oh, hello, human.
Franklin.
Excuse me. Maybe this'll change your mind.
Okay. Wait. I
You
want to
know
do.
what?
We're gonna
I
try. We're
changed
gonna
my
try the
mind.
mini game again. See if I can.
You
figure
should
it
leave.
out. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. I was just trying. I needed to get my Vitamatic out and zap you. Oops. Double zap. Okay. We've got high charisma, high intelligence. So that's more opportunities to guess. Come here.
Maybe this'll change your mind.
All right. Let's see. Gift.
I have something for you.
See, what would charisma be? I'm gonna guess alcohol. Let's see if I even have any. That seems like something I don't usually carry around, but I bet I could find some just laying around in here. So it was. No, I don't have any. We're gonna try giving him mentats. Here, you try that. See what you think. No thanks, he says. All right, let's grab a beer. See if we can. Is there one we can just steal?
Beat it.
All right, who's the guy? Is it this guy? Oh, no, it's the other guy. The other brother that sells it to you, right?
Up next, well, I thought
Yeah?
If you're hungry, we sell.
Where's your boss? Or do you sell stuff?
Miss,
The guy's
I'll
not a man
take
in the
your
bar.
order whenever you're ready.
Oh, she will take it. Okay.
let's
Barter.
see what you have.
Everything's cooked or brewed here.
One beer. Thank you.
Nice.
All right,
Pip boy.
let's go try and give a beer to Franklin here. Hold on, we're gonna turn down the audio just a little bit. Just a smidge.
You look tired.
Hey,
Need a
maybe this'll change your mind. I have something for you.
Have a beer. Let's see if that works. Hey, that works. I think that's charisma. I think charisma accepts alcohol. So that counted because that's one of his high stats. Much cheaper. 10 coins for, or 10 caps for a beer instead of, oh, did you guys see this? Somebody snuck a little ASAM sign in there. 10 caps for beer, much better than the 200 cap bribe, and feels way better than punching him down. Alright. The music's a little loud for some reason. Alright, I don't know, I think that was because that was radio music. I don't know that that gets affected by this, because I don't have the music that loud. Or are you saying like the background music? I can just turn it down, it doesn't really matter. Audio, will turn you down just a little bit. Alright, now let's head to the run.
What?
Wait, why does it still say... Okay, well, I'm going to just assume the deserters are fine
Oh,
now.
no.
I just convinced
Whatever it
Franklin to
is,
come back, and I
keep
didn't see any
yourself.
other... The marker was still on his heads for some reason. Probably still waiting for the code to catch up. To the runs. Here we go.
All right. What's the word?
Excuse me.
Welcome to the Ron's
wanna give you some
Information
caps, Ron.
Emporium. How can the Ron help you today?
Any idea where I can find someone?
Looking for talent, are we? What kind of attributes you in the market for?
I'm looking for someone.
Let's see.
Smart.
Sorry, but the talent
Okay, that
pool's
one's
running
too
a tad
tapped out.
dry lately. Try checking back in a few days.
Oh, I also think, hold on, let me look at my outfit. Something's up with my outfit. Okay, so, Beebs, we've got a problem. It didn't work. My outfit's wrong. So one of the things we're trying to get done for this patch, let me see. Yeah, Gunner Commander Gear. So one of the things we're trying to do for the patch is swap out almost all of the
Hey there.
special outfits.
Hey, good to see you again, cool
To use
cat.
vanilla
Here
meshes,
to
except
buy
for like
or
our
here
main
to
cast
sell?
of characters. Like we want Jake to stand out and everything. for this, and then for anybody who has SS2 extended, we want the transition to be invisible. So we came up with a way to do it, but it looks like there's some file issues still because my guy I should be wearing Captain Wes's uniform, and this looks like the temporary replacement for him for Xbox players because we're trying to like slowly make enough space so that when we get Chapter 3 out, we can fit all 3 chapters on the Xbox and still leave them just a tiny bit of space for utility mods.
It's business time.
Any idea where I can find something?
This clearly did not work because I definitely have extended installed. I gotta check and make sure. It could be that I didn't update to the this version because I was juggling file versions around before the stream to try and eliminate playing with 2 early access code right now because we did a lot of stuff this week. So I would like my save to be semi-stable. But Beebs, if you happen to catch this, looks like there may be a problem with Captain Wes's outfit because my clothes suddenly look very different. I don't even recognize this outfit. Is it the guy that's on the submarine? Is that whose clothes this model is? Because I think it's got like that Chinese star on it. So that's what I'm thinking it might be. Okay, so yeah, the Ron's got clearly some people that are showing up in his list, but it won't let me unlock for some reason. And one of these days I'll find the time to actually debug that. Right now my big feature I'm trying to get fleshed or taken care of is the HQ radio. I really don't like that gets stuck for folks. So I'm gonna be doing some overhauls to it. I'm actually probably gonna be doing 2 overhauls to it. One of them is gonna be this next patch is going to be one to give you guys more options so that you know, if you find that there's mod issues or anything causing that might be conflict or just getting stuck in a save, you'll have some options to try and prevent it from happening. And then we want to do another override. What I really want to do with the HQ radio is have an option to where instead of them paging you and forcing you into a conversation, is instead you just hear them say like, hey Chief, you there? Or hey Fancy Pants, can you answer? And just have them like a on HUD flashing thing, like a little like a answering machine light type of thing to remind you that someone's waiting for you to call, and then you can just you can call them when you're ready, like when you're in a safe spot. That way we don't have to deal with
Always nice to see you around.
Don't have to deal with people getting like pulled out of combat or in other weird situations where it doesn't make any sense to be in the middle of a radio conversation. Oh, looks like somebody killed some roaches recently. All right, I'm gonna try and find Mansfield and just trigger this conversation to see if it's ready, and then if it is, I'm gonna run away and then leave, and it should trigger the radio so we can see if I have indeed fixed that. First, we need to find him.
Huh. People aren't like math after all.
Hi, how are you?
We got some diseases happening here. Can you guys move? Can you guys make some space here?
Access to grind. Hell, I have a ton of them.
I think a nice feature in here would be a personnel finder in the same way we have the room finder. That would be really helpful. Oh, we got a funky light here. Look at this. That should be up there. Mansfield, where are you? Oh, he might be in his bed.
Man, I could really use a cigarette.
What time of night is it? Let's see. Well, it's middle of the afternoon. I don't think he's on day shift. Or on night shift, rather.
Some winter we're having.
Hello, Mala.
How's it going, friend?
Have you seen Mansfield? Mansfield. I wonder if he deserted on us. That'd be pretty funny. I think I have it blocked so that the department heads can't desert, but you know, when have we ever had a bug?
Play your cards right, and we still
Alright, well, while we're waiting and wandering around, I might as well be running some projects here. Let's see. Facilities, cleanup, main level. What do we got here? Sure, we'll do that one. We're not after anything particular right this second, because we got tons of people. 38 people to be exact. Perception, sure. We will go with... So cafeteria is for... adds more food. Dining hall is more admin jobs. Sherwood cafeteria. Need admin and logistics jobs. Logistics we're getting pretty close to full on. Let's see, anybody in here? Nope. Wait, is that the same one I just did? I'm gonna cancel because I think I just selected that one twice. Oh, we can finally do the quadrants. Okay, so like these are gonna be the main hall right here. So we basically can do, these can be chem lab or a robotics lab. So that actually what I want to do is let's get the weapons lab going, because I would like to get, that is the upper central room has the weapons lab, I believe. Yes. Okay, and then we're gonna do, one of these is water treatment. I'm trying to remember which one it is. I think it's one of the ones in the corner, I believe. Northeast room north. Or maybe I already built it. I may have already built it. Okay, we'll go back to my original plan of we're just gonna clean random stuff while we look around for Mansfield. We have an infirmary, we have a medical lab, and whoops. Chemistry, yep, okay, well we'll just build them both. We'll get a robotics lab, and then we'll make the other one our chem lab. There's Teresa. There we go. Mansfield. I guess he could be on one of the other floors. Having Workshop Plus is helpful though for this. Oh, I saw a flash of blue. It was just Carl. Anybody home? McCready's in the closet. Okay, well, this is part of the reason we have the HQ radio system, is we want to avoid having to hunt down NPCs. Oh, you know what I can do? I can just call him myself, and if it's queued up, it'll trigger. It should trigger. Let's do that. 730. We actually do pretty good at engineering.
Yeah.
I guess that's what I could be doing. I should build up. I could add some more engineering rooms while I'm thinking about it here. How many people do we have? 8 out of 8. Yeah, let's build some engineering rooms. All right. I have to remember where engineering rooms are going to be. I guess we can go. Let's go to the office level. We'll do the bathrooms. That for sure. Bathrooms definitely work for engineering. Whoa! We got an invisible body too. There's Mansfield. That's why we couldn't find him. Beebs, we got more problems. Mansfield's body disappeared. And this is why we public beta test now, because I'm not releasing a patch until we're certain everything's working. All right, well, we'll talk to semi-invisible Mansfield. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to save right here. I'm going to make sure I have the latest files. So give me just a second here. LP, that's hilarious looking. Day 33. Poor Mansfield. It's gonna be real hard to find a floating head and hands. Alright, let me make sure I have the latest files here. So SS2 extended was updated on the 19th. When is mine? Mine is on the 19th, yeah. So we just have just a full-on missing outfit here. Let's check. Let's see if his outfit's in here. Behind the scenes look at how we do all this nonsense. Yeah, I don't see any Mansfield in here. Okay, let's try this. Maybe this might have been my mistake. I may have forgot to load all the files in here. Let's go to, or I'm using the wrong one. That could be it too. You can see all these mod files we have to manage here. Let's see if it's in this one. Mansfield, no. Meshes, SS2, clothes. Here we go. There's all sorts of clothes in there. There's Mansfield in here, though. No, not seeing it. Okay, let me check in my master folder. So many files. Clothes. I don't see Mansfield here. Oh, I wonder if he gets his outfit in chapter 2, and because in chapter 1 he's just in. That probably makes sense. Because in chapter 1 I think he's just in the default vault suit. It's under Cedric. No, I don't see it here. Oh, but we have a random zip file. That doesn't belong. Did you guys anticipate this? We were going to play Windows Explorer today. How about we try, let's see if it's in chapter 2. Well, I know it's not in that one. SS2 extended, package mods directory, SS2. Mansfield. How about Cedric? Nope. I guess I don't actually know what it's called. Okay, so we're going to do this. I'm going to go back to extended. Open this up. I'm just going to bop all of this in here and see what happens. So this program right here is the archive program that Bethesda gave us to set up BA2 files. So we load up all of our random assets. So he's supposed to just be, because I thought he was wearing not just a vault suit. What is all this? Textures. How did textures get? Oh, I grabbed the texture file like an idiot. All right, let's delete all this again. Okay, let's try just these two. Okay, so yeah, not much. So I must have had everything already. Yeah, so there's something funky going on. Some missing file. That's no good. I guess what I can do to get his outfit back. I don't like this. I don't want to be doing main quest content with a naked main character. Let me see here. So I've got this open. Let's go to the welcome to the creation kit, folks. This is the program that a lot of us spend a lot of time crashing in. Let's see here. We're gonna look at Mansfield's outfit records. I think some of you guys have been asking me to do this. I had bug fix on camera. Here we go. Okay, yeah, so he does have a custom outfit. And right now it's set to AA Mansfield, which is pointing to the custom mesh in clothes Mansfield, but there is no clothes Mansfield folder here. Let's see, SS2, C2, clothes. And there's no Mansfield. Now what's weird is I keep we're gonna check in this folder. I keep a master directory here where nothing ever gets deleted, so that way when stuff like this happens, I can do this and recover. So let's bring those files back in. And now I don't actually remember which one of those is which, so we're gonna go main. Hopefully I don't have to do this again. But for now this will work. Here you go, Mansfield. Let's get you back in fighting shape. Okay, so in theory now, at least Mansfield will be clothed again. This isn't going to solve my my issue with my outfit being changed, but that's fine. That's a much smaller issue I can live with for now. Okay, let's pop back in game and see if we're back in action here. With not a floating head Mansfield. How much RAM is this machine? I am I think 16. I am actually uncertain. All right, poor Mansfield. Let's see if you get your body back. Strong, thank you for taking care of our wonderful bots. Hey, there he goes. Much better, buddy. All right, let's see what he's got to say.
Yes.
Okay, so he's not ready to give me the next quest. I don't remember what the timer is on that one. I'm making sure I don't have it. Okay, we don't have it. We definitely finished Hide HQ. It's not in here. Okay. All right.
Calling any available security personnel.
All right, let's get our engineering on. Okay, finish the project clean. Engineering jobs. And let's start building some restrooms. So I know one of the things I think we ran into last episode, I was poking around in HQ and we were trying to figure out what was going on with it, was the water and food, and I finally figured it out, and I realized that we need to add an update to the HUD, which I hope to have time to do for the next patch, but if not, it'll be the one after that. But I think what we need, if I can get it to come up, let me bring my hotkeys up. This doesn't seem to be working right now. I just don't remember my hotkeys, more like it. Hotkeys, we need toggle extra data bill while in HQ. Wait, no, that's not what we want. Cancel. We want this one. We'll make that K, sure. Alright, so if I hit K. Oh, the bar's not even showing. That's just like I need to pop in and out. There we go. So when I hit K here, if I can get, there it goes. On the left hand side, we technically need another column, which basically says surplus from settlements. Because if the settlements don't have enough surplus of that thing, then it doesn't matter how much you can spend. And the bar, I think, the bar currently doesn't account for that. It's just showing you how much your staff and HQ can support, but it fails to account for the fact that my settlements don't have a bunch of extra. The other thing that I was actually talking to Deep Dive Gaming today about this. Deep Dive Gaming has a YouTube channel and has been doing a bunch of SS2 playthroughs, including one which is labeled For Science, and I think I need to do the same sort of thing, which is, I think, is after we get this playthrough done, which we're pretty close. Like, I want to fill out HQ some more, show you guys some more of the features, but then I think I'm gonna start another playthrough where I'm gonna label it something along the lines of like hardcore experimentation, and we'll start over but play with all of the options on, like the operating costs and the components, so I can like really get a feel for how brutal it is and see if there's, you know, maybe some stuff we can smooth things out a little bit, and then actually focus on settlements early on instead of just powering through this quests like I did, because like one of the reasons we're getting punished on this tail end of this playthrough, where, you know, so much of our time is just spent doing settlement cleanup, is because I basically ignored my settlements for the whole game, and so now we're trying to get HQ functioning, and it'll be, I kind of want to see how everything plays out if I actually am careful and go through meticulously instead of powering through. Alright, let's do engineering one more time. Sure, I'll do another one of those. Now let's assign some more engineering staff. So I think we got a few people with some high stats, and then I just ran out of space in the department. Deep Dive, unfortunately, the default chat won't let anybody post links. Which is why I don't understand why the bots come flying in here all the time. What do we got here? Perception 10. Oh wait, we need more. We need the people in logistics, though. I can't take them out of there. Although I should. Let's see. Yeah, you're better off in there. I think maybe I can take... Who's the least I'm going to sacrifice? I guess I don't have a lot of great perceptions people that aren't busy. All right, we'll take him out of logistics, and we can move somebody else in there. So we want you. And we would need, if we're going to take... Oh, I guess we can take Andrew Docker. Oh, this settler is pretty loaded. Oh, that's too many people. All right, we'll leave Preston for now. Take those two people. We'll let our next room build.
I'd kill for a drink. Come to think of it, I have.
I got more deserters. Ah.
To carry out an overdue service.
Where are they this time? Let's see. We got one in. No, that's the brewing machine. Bunker Hill this time. All right, so we clearly need some more admin. I keep blowing off that department. Okay, let's get some more administration so that we don't have to keep chasing people all over. All right, we're up to 800. Power engineering, getting closer. Oh, we're up to 14 too. Okay, let's finish reassigning the couple people we were going to. Resource capacity issues, limit capacity for handling. All right, what are we running into a limit on? Oh, we need more. Oh no, we should have enough. We're up to 870 out of 100 or out of 1,000. It's probably just I think the quest triggers that message at a certain point just to make sure that you have enough, which we should. Let's check our. Bring up our full menu. Oh, in the middle of doing that. Let's see. We're gonna grab Preston, and yeah, we can grab Rob too. 5 will do. Then we're gonna have to fix logistics now. We'll just have put them in the negative. Oh, maybe not. Okay. Oh, we're all right. I was worried we just nuked down. Oh, 990. We need one more guy. Just anybody. Any idiot will work. Oh no, there it goes. It just went over. We don't need anybody else. Fantastic. It was just taking a while to transition it all. Sweet. Okay, but now admin department is just really overworked. We really need to get them somebody. Let me wait till this finishes. All right, cool. We get power engineering efficiency. We're good there. Okay, let's check. I want to do the full menu here. Let's see. We can support 1040 max, but HQ can only support 850. There it is. Okay, so HQ needs to go up a little bit. So let's do an upgrade on our power room. Power station upgrade. Let that run, and now let's go assign some engineering staff. Or I mean some admin staff. So they've only got one. It's Teresa doing all the work by herself. She's probably been wandering back and forth to Diamond City trying to get people and then finding out that I beat them up while she was gone. Okay, let's see what our charisma staff looks like. All right. Man, Preston's stats are stacked. He's good for 3 different departments so far. Okay, we can put... Oh, yeah. Katie, you're 1 strength in facilities. Get out of there. Let's see here. You're pretty decent in there. Clef, let's move you over. I can't take him out of engineering. Not taking you out of logistics. I don't want to take anybody from engineering right now. Vault Tech rep, you should get over here. And wow, Lily's stacked. Look at those. Look at that strength. Had no idea. She looks so skinny. And she's got some secret mutation or something going on. Let's see here. Okay, that's probably as far down the list I want to go. These people have too many stats in the other departments. Mansfield I'd move over, but it's his department. He's the supervisor. He may not be strong, but he's good at giving orders. All right, so that should take away some of the stress on the admin department and give them a little more people to go handle the deserters so that I don't have to keep doing it.
Regarding our new vaccine, be reassured that our tests have shown that current treatments have 60%.
There we go. Power capacity. Use supply agreements for surplus power. Okay, so it looks like now we need to get more surplus power. Let's bring that up. Okay, so now we've satisfied HQ's max power. We've got the network installation done. We've got power engineering rating past 1,000. Yep, so now the next step is just getting excess power in like Sanctuary and whatnot. So that's easy enough. And that'll also give us something to do while we wait for the timer to go forward for the outbreak. So let's head to Sanctuary. That seems to be the most likely spot I'll build stuff. If I haven't already, I'll upgrade all of my basic power plots to... I can't remember if we unlocked high tech. I remember we unlocked something like when we were in the chat section last time. I was like, oh, there it is. All right, what's going on here? So it looks like I already, was a basic and upgraded it to an advanced. Let's see if high tech is unlocked. Because that would be huge if we could get nuclear power. Okay, no, we still don't have it unlocked. So we need to get more of our advanced power plants to level up, and that'll unlock that. So we've got 2 here. I'm gonna make sure that I've got some more in other settlements where we actually have the bodies for them. What's this one? Was this me setting up another power plant in advance? Probably. Yep. Okay. Who's this?
Yeah.
Carla, you want to come live with us? We could use another power engineer. Let's see. Maybe let's go see if we can just. Oh God, what happened to your head? Wonder if that's another another casualty to the outfit tinkering we've been doing. All right, Outpost Ammonia, 11 people at 10 Pines, County Crossing, and Taffy Boathouse. Let's go. I haven't really been paying attention to Taffington. Let's just go rob Peter to pay Paul here. Steal a few folks out of Taffington. Yeah, I should swap some Mod Hunter. I should swap some of my other training facilities, because I think I have one of each of the training facilities. Other than I don't think I ever built a luck. I should swap more of them to intelligence. All right, what do we got going on here? Is this a hospital we built? Yeah. Food $9.99. What's going on here? Is this plot inactive? No, there it goes. Just needed a second to juggle its numbers around. Alright, so everybody's got jobs here. You guys do not need nearly that much food, although I need food on the network. I guess I could set this place up as a supply agreement partner and get access to the food, so I can start doing some away missions from HQ, because I've kind of avoided that. Jason Locrantz, thank you for the donation tonight. The bugs you run into tonight are hilarious. Thanks for that. I'm sure we'll see more bodiless people before the night is over. Because we literally, I think it's like 90% of the characters, we had to tinker with their records. And like it's such an important part though, in order to make this mod fit on Xbox, because outfits are one of the biggest parts. Textures are our biggest, and then probably outfits are the next biggest, and so we need to get them out of Xbox. So like we will delay the next patch until that is sorted, so that we don't put out the patch and then everybody suddenly got invisible bodies everywhere. Okay, what can we sacrifice here? Let's see. I like having the hospital because this is kind of it's kind of regional. I guess we're so screwed on construction materials right now because we got the organic problem. We have way too much organic due to that bug I had, and then nothing else. So let's see. Do I even have enough steel? Yeah, I'm completely out of steel. So we'll take any of our, like you, buddy. You are getting recruited. Oh no, power engineering went down. All right,
Hi
you,
there,
buddy, are gonna come.
Would you be interested in coming to work for me?
No, I don't want to go. I didn't actually mean that. Cancel. I want to do just old school. Oh wait, you're sick? Can I cure you? You live at a place with a hospital. Oh good, it was a low level disease, so no problem. All right, let's transfer you over to Sanctuary. Let's get you a new job. All right, we got no room at Sanctuary. Well, that's a problem. Didn't think about that. Did not think about that. Okay, well then I guess we will... What just happened? Did he just level this plot up? I think he did. Yep, just made it to level 2. Well, now you make me not want to tear it down. Alright, what do we got here? What I really need to get more power plants. I really just want to unlock high tech, because that will solve so many problems. Okay, let's go back to Sanctuary. We're going to have to do some juggling. I forget that one of the reasons we were able to get to such high numbers is because I was taking advantage of the recruitment system from SS2 for the unique settlers. We ignore the charisma thing because we don't want you to get an opportunity to recruit a settler and then not be able to because you just don't have space anywhere. So it just ignores that rule. But the vanilla game settlers do acknowledge it. All right. Okay, who is doing something less than absolutely necessary right now? What about you, buddy? You're already a power plant engineer. Grid supervisor, that's an important role.
Can it wait?
Where's Marcy and Mama Murphy? Maybe they need to be on power duty. We'll just put the Concord 5 on power duty so we know. Here we go, Marcy. All the hammers. You're on defense. And guess what? You are no longer on defense. You are now a power plant engineer, just like your hubby. Our happiness finally is getting fixed here. There's no way our bars are all that good here. Get out of town. We've never had this happen in Sanctuary. Sanctuary's always been desolate. Oh, I think they brought back a deserter. That's great. Good work, admin department. That extra staff helped out. Yeah, we got a lot of unmanned places here.
Yeah?
There's more visitors?
Yeah.
Yeah. We got this place overflowing with... You know what I'm going to do? We're going to do this. We're going to go to mod config. We're going to cheat a little. We're going to cheat a little because I want this place to be bigger. So we're going to go to settlement gameplay. And we're going to cap settlers by bed count. So, let's see. Actually, I don't even know if I need to do that in Workshop Framework. It might be in SS2. I think SS2 overrides that anyway. So I need to make sure our communication plot is equipped, and then that will do the same thing. But any of you guys who are not, well, I'm sure most of you guys are playing SS2 if you're watching me play this, but Workshop Framework has the ability to let you use your beds to cap it rather than your charisma. Let's see here. Let's make sure this thing's active. Owner incapacitated. Okay, let's find our occupant and let's get him cured.
Yeah?
I actually should go back and get the science department on curing more diseases. Oh, they're actually using the hospital. Oh, that feels so good. Wait, is this the person that's supposed to be working the hospital? Infectiologist? Is that even a word? I've never heard of that. I mean, I assume it is, or whoever set those up would not have used it. But... All right, well, first of all, you need to get cured. Wake up.
You got a dangerous look about you.
You're supposed to be curing people.
Here for me.
Disease without a known cure. Oh, good. All right, let's see what disease they have. We're gonna have to go do some scanning, or some research. Okay, you've got mole rat disease. Oh, we have someone working on doing that one right now. What about you? Do you have it too? I bet everybody here has it. Yep, mole rat disease and needle spine. Well, needle spine we can cure. So let's see if that helps him get out of incapacitation at least. No, doesn't want to get up.
Yeah.
Oh, there he goes. Just sprung to life.
You hear about that farm run by ghouls? Isn't that something?
Nothing? You don't want to use it? Let's scan you again. How bad is your sickness level? So if you guys haven't figured out how those stuff works, so basically you look at their vigor rating, and if it drops to 0%, then they get incapacitated. So right now, okay, good. He did use the disease cure. It's just taken off with the animation to play, and that did push it. And the way it works is each disease has like a rating to it, and it generally is the amount of stat points they're reducing. So if a disease says like -1 charisma, that's considered 1 point of sickness. And if the sickness value total exceeds the endurance, then they go into incapacitation. Now the incapacitation is set to either it's a minimum of 2 or 3. I thought we had it set to 3, but based on his endurance, I'm guessing we must have it set to 2, which might be too low. And basically, when they're incapacitated, their plots shut down until they get cured. Which they will cure themselves naturally. You don't have to use the disease cures. But disease cure will take care of the basic ones until you start upgrading the disease cure ability with the HQ science department, which is what I'm going to go work on because I want to get mole rat disease out of here. Seller's disease, no cure. But his other disease worked, so he should reactivate the comms plot. We'll go refresh it and make sure it... Or we'll go check and make sure it got activated.
Huh?
Alright. Let's see here. Operational! Hooray! Alright, we can turn off tracking. Okay, so that'll make it now so that we're getting... the settler count will be maxed out by our bed and residential count. So since we have extra empty residential plots, we should be able to get beyond 20 now. Perfect. We should get up... I believe even more than 22. So we have 22 built beds, but we also have empty residentials, which will get counted as additional from the underlying systems. Okay, so 462 power. Cool. Okay. Now, I don't remember what other settlements we have. Actually, you know, before I leave here, I also want to get defense fixed because these things won't upgrade if defense is down. So let's find something else we can sacrifice and get somebody on. Marcy's plot. What are you doing, Mama Murphy? Oh, you're already on defense. What about you, Beat? What are you doing?
We aren't
Organics collector.
anymore.
That is something we do not need right now.
It's much nicer to be a settler.
You're gonna be on 141. Wow. All right, we'll put you on this one. Let's wait and make sure this updates. 135 defense. There we go. All right, let's let this thing all straighten itself out. 487. Very popular bar. Alright, let's head over to our training plots here real quick. So I think we got them all up to level 3 already. So we've got... This is charisma, I believe. This is probably the least valuable one because we've spent no effort in commercial development other than just a few random plots in from our city plans. So this seems like a good one to change. Let's make this... And we can actually use the new intelligence training we got from Baker, which actually supports 2 settlers, so this will be even better. Knock this puppy down. Ah, yes, so satisfying. One of the things I found out while I was testing some of the assault mechanics for Chapter 3 earlier today that we need to take care of is the farm plots have demolition, and it makes it so like the pile of dirt just kind of bounces up in the air a little bit. It looks really dumb. We really need to eliminate the explosion models on those. We'll leave endurance. We definitely want the endurance one just so people aren't sick. So now we have 2 libraries. I'll leave the agility. We always need the defense. Which one is this over here? Perception. Sure, we'll leave that so we can get some more people for engineering department at HQ because clearly our power engineering dipped. Oh, that was probably from another damn deserter. We're in whack-a-mole mode right now because we're so tight on the resources. We need to just get to a state where we have so much surplus it won't matter. Let's see here. Let's check out 10 Pines. This is a tiny place. I don't know how they have 12 people crammed in there. What department does Charisma do in HQ? Charisma is admin. Oh, that was up close and personal on the fast travel point. All right,
I don't think we've met yet. Anyway, I just wanted to say thanks for the opportunity. I'm ready to help with whatever you need. Just say the word.
We just have an opening in a power
now.
plant.
Thanks.
All right then.
No, don't lie to her.
Need to get back to Diamond
She's
City
our
one
newest
of
power
these
plant
days.
engineer.
Biggest town I ever saw.
We just got to build her one. I think we didn't set one up. So we didn't really have the space. Oh, pay and build. Wow, that was way delayed. All right, what about this thing? Do we need this guy right here? Can we swap that out? Finding space here is awful. Oh, you know what? I'm totally going to build it up on top of this. I'm just going to float it up here. It's going to look really dumb. But I appreciate dumb-looking construction. I guess we can build the floors first, and we'll snap it to it. I love me some vertical, nonsensical destruction. Oh, with the steel! Are you kidding me? We might be cheating here. Shortwind, thank you for the donation. Is there a way for you to generate and show us a list of all the people in a settlement's jobs, or is the engine too limited for that? Oh, yeah, I mean, we could do some... There's definitely... I think we talked about this last time when we were in kind of chat mode. It was like, one of the things we are lacking severely in SS2, and I think it's going to get even more important once we add on the 3.0 mechanics, is we just need like a mess of reports, whether they be, you know, visual stuff on the HUD or little letters you can read that have... that do pop up and show you information. We just need more information available to show you what the hell's going on. Because yeah, a lot of stuff. A lot of times it's just like I'm not really sure what I have here and there. And I think a good place is going to be to do that is going to be in the VR area of HQ, which is actually something I was going to play around with today, just to make sure everybody knows how it works, and then it can save me the time of jumping around. But so far I haven't done it because I'm waiting for Mansfield's quest trigger. Alright, we need 2 more of those. So what do we just need? Oh, why does it not let me build? Oh, I think we've run into this bug before, where the base game says we have enough resources, but it still won't let you build. We need like 4 more steel. Wait, is this one of those random merchants? Hey buddy, you got a shipment for me? Good. Hey, cool. I'm still waiting for my pet store. Power armor store is good, but I need a pet store. I want
Best way to spend your
fill my
caps
settlements with
protecting your
Frenchies.
hide with my armor. That advice is free.
Didn't you turn on overwork mode? Is that still necessary? Oh yeah, you're right. That's probably actually why. Although because the overwork mode will only cause problems if you push your people into the red. Since none of my departments are in the red, I don't think that's what's pushing. That's not what's pushing the desertion. There's like a natural pressure on any system when you add more people. So like just having more people in HQ means you naturally just need more admin to keep desertion at bay. So I just need to get more people in desertion. Like I have like almost 40 people, and I had for the longest time 1 person working in admin. Like it's not a good ratio. The best, your safest bet in HQ is to keep the department. They don't have to be even, but I would say, you know, keep them within 4 or 5 people of each other, so that way, like you have a reasonable number of people in each department, and that usually will be enough to keep most of the disasters at bay.
Sure, let's take a look.
My prices are firm. Haggling gives me a headache.
That's fair. But I'm only interested in one thing, and you've got it. I shall take it. Oh, that's expensive. What do I have? What will you take? Do I have garbage ammo I can give you? Yes, I do. I guess I don't really use fusion cores. Here, how about you take 1 mini nuke? Will that be enough? Alright, we profited. Okay, let's finish this. And I didn't have to cheat after all. And then we're just going to finish off this so it looks intentional. Part of the design. Alright, now they're going to need some stairs off of there. Nope, come on, click in. The wrong way. Oh, that's one right there. And that looks real trash. Alright, how about you? What do we think? There we go. Oh, extra jank. Alright, let's move this up here. We need to sink this stuff on the floor. Where's my... Why are my hotkeys not working? There we go.
Was a lot better off when those guys were around.
Yeah, especially us farmers. I guess.
Alright, let's scoot this over with some hotkey action. There we go. We'll do the same for this one. So it's not quite so clippy into the fence. There we go. And then how do we do up here? There we go. It's like it was designed to be this way. Alright, now we build ourselves a municipal plot on there, and hopefully we can find that settler. Hopefully they didn't take on some other useless job. We're going to have a coal power plant mounted above our farm on this wooden scaffolding. It's going to be extremely safe. Actually, I should probably do it here, because I could kind of... I think I can fit another one on the other side if I just add a few more bits of wood over there. Yeah, just need like a little tiny bit on the overhang there, and I can get another one. All right, let's set up this one first. Oh, this one's, why is this overlapping so much? All right. Oh yeah, I guess I can't really fit two. That was my imagination. All right, let's change this guy out. No, 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 I didn't say start building yet, but I appreciate that someone got assigned to it already. What did you decide on? A hospital. And that would be a good idea, but that's not what we're building. Advanced power. Sell the jet. Mod Hunter, I don't think I've built any industrial since I unlocked the conversion, so I doubt that that's the case. Because I've been focused, basically since I unlocked that, I've been focused pretty much exclusively on power. And I haven't started any new, can't afford construction costs. What are the costs? Oh, it lied to me. Okay. I haven't started any new city plans in a while either. That's another route I could go to expand our wealth. Supreme Ruler, are you able to code into Vault Tech Population System Terminal? Maybe work stats for settlers can go there. I mean, we could do like our own version of it. We wouldn't mess with the vanilla one. Oh, that's no good. That thing's sinking through the floor. I might fudge this and grab the model and nudge it up. I'll wait till it finishes building though. Although, I'm really not going to remember to move it again later, so I guess we'll wait till... We'll just pretend it's not there. We won't visit 10 plants too much, so I don't have to look at it. And then when it gets level 3, if we see it again, we can change
Out
it.
here, you gotta take things one day at a time.
And this kind of jank is why we don't use space as a balance mechanism in SS2, because we know I'm not the only one who will do dumb stuff like this to get themselves effectively unlimited space. So all of SS2's balance and plots is based around the number of NPCs as opposed to the size of the plot. Oscar, I got an idea for S2 because you brought up the whole sanity thing. You need to make a new faction in Chapter 3 and call them OSHA. We do have, like, I did have on my list, so on the HQ, when we did the HQ update, I have a huge list of ideas and projects that people on the team came up with that we didn't implement yet, and I'll go back and add more in the future when I'm a little less busy. And there was definitely a lot of talk about stuff like that, of doing stuff workplace safety related. I think it'll make more sense when we add, so one of the 3.0 updates that's going to be adding is an injury system by necessity for part of the assault system. And we could add, if we wanted, we could add in an injury disaster, so it'd be like workplace injuries, and have people need to go to the infirmary. I think that would be pretty amusing, and then you could start getting into policies about safety and stuff to reduce those. I think there's a lot of fun to play with that. Okay, now we need to head back to... I'm still waiting for... Let's try radioing Mansfield. I feel like a lot of time's passed. Actually, let's save first in case we get locked into... save LP day 33, I think we determined. Pre-radio Mansfield. Let's radio him and see what happens here. See if he's ready or not.
I must say, the office you provided me is extremely satisfactory.
Can we chat?
You know, I'm really starting to think of this place as home.
I'll see you later.
Okay, nothing to say quest related yet. So, all right, let's go on to the next little place that's got a reasonable population. Let's see, we said 12 up at Outpost. Starlight at 8. Oh yeah, we can see all of our settlements easier this way. Oh, Jamaica Plains at 12 as well? What about Somerville? They're up to 8. Happiness is not great down there. All right, let's go to Jamaica Plain. Question, make sure you check the build limit for the settlement. I think it was almost max. At 10 Pines? Yeah, I didn't even think about that. I should just turn off. I'm going to turn off acknowledge build limit. Oh, that's a change I have for next patch, which I think I have installed. We'll see. We'll find out in a second. I separated out for next patch the build limit, the acknowledge build limit settings for plots and city plans, so that, you know, if you have a plot, you can assume it will build and upgrade. So to me, it makes that made a lot of sense. So that, you know, city plans are the ones that are going to be putting. Okay, no, I don't have the thing installed on this one, the new update to the MCM, but maybe it's in the holotape. Anyway, I figured that it would make a lot of sense to, you know, you might want to limit city plans from upgrading, but, you know, if you built a plot, you clearly don't care, you're not interested in build limit, you want it to build, and then folks can manually turn the acknowledge build limit on the plots on if they're having performance issues. Because we get so many bug reports about plots being stuck when it's really just, nope, you're at the build limit. Because it's not obvious that you're at the build limit. Let's see, where were we headed? Not tools, we want options, performance. So here we go. So respect build limit plots is off by default now. That's what's going to be the case. Well, what's probably going to happen is, for most of you guys who have existing saves, we'll have a script that runs and looks at what your existing setting was, and then copies it over to the new thing. I just haven't added the update existing code yet to this build, because I'm not actually running the patch. I'm running just like a mix of the code and some of the things I run. It's a miracle that this save has gone as long as it does, because I frequently run like hodgepodge mixes of patches and everything, and not something I would recommend everybody do, but I'm pretty confident in the changes, but by the time I install them into my save. But I feel like this is the best way to test them, is to just do it in a live environment like this. So, and I wouldn't mind rolling back my save a week if we needed to. Bed's 10. Everything else, defense is a little low. Okay, so you guys just need space for people to live. That's not too bad. But that also means you have extra people. So I guess we could treat this as a way to send some people out of here. Oh, this place is ready to upgrade? Let's do that. Oh wait, are we on a level 0 city plan? No, ROTC. Can we upgrade? No? Why can't we upgrade? Maybe the little update thing's wrong.
You or me?
Okay. Well, I don't know what's going on with it. I don't want to build, if they're about to upgrade, I don't want to build any more. I don't want to build any more plots. Build limit's good here. Yeah, they're like on the verge of, let me see, do I have auto upgrades turned on here? I'm pretty sure I do.
My back hurts.
Go back to,
my feet hurt.
the desk. Check our local settings. Local. What do we got here? Auto upgrade city plans is on. Okay. All right. Well, they're clearly getting close to being able to upgrade, so let's not mess with that. Let's do transfer. What do you got for me? What can I take and sell? Hey, here we go. I'll take some drugs. Just waitlist stuff. Hey, you guys actually have caps. What's this? Oh, they got a lot of junk here. We could get our steel problem solved, but I know my inventory is going to suffer for it. Alright, we'll just take this. We'll take the low weight stuff. Call it a day. And now let's find people who aren't doing anything, and we're going to steal them, because we can steal these 2 people out of here. Your work. Oh, I should check I want to check their job titles. Oh, you're a visitor. I couldn't take you anyway. I want to check their job titles, because sometimes folks it'll show assigned. and it just means that they have. Yeah, I'm sure they are sad about the beds. It could just mean that they are assigned to a recreational client or a residential. It'll still show up in the vanilla UI that they have a job. Alright, how about inside of here? Machine disassembler. Just gonna take one quick round and then I'm gonna use the hammer to summon everybody to me, or my plot tools version of it. How do we go up there?
Yeah?
Okay. Oh, I think I got it on the hotkeys here. City manager tools. Town meeting gavel. Let's gather unemployed so that everybody shows up. Nobody? Okay, everybody's got a job here. So we just have to choose. I guess we'll do our typical of we're not treating commercial with any respect right now because we're still just trying to get stuff up and running. So clothing merchant, you are gonna go. Yeah, this place is gonna upgrade and build stuff. So we'll send you somewhere where I don't have a city plan. Starlight has lots of room. You are now gonna live in Starlight, and we're gonna build a power plant over there. We're gonna steal our bar too. I guess that's our only source of happiness. You guys need a lot of stuff here. Not my problem though. Not right now. No, we're not interested in working on another settlement right now. We are only focused on power, guys. Sorry. Sorry, citizens of Jamaica Plain. Kenneth Creason, after the last update, my HUD icons for resources, upper right, and defenses and stuff lower left don't show. I think there was something you showed in past video to turn them on and off. To turn on the whole HUD on and off, or like our custom HUD, I mean, it could be the most common things people end up with if they're just fully gone, like you don't see any of our custom HUD elements. Usually, if your crosshair is hidden from like Def UI or something like that, that would do it. Or I think there's even a vanilla game option, isn't there? Isn't there a vanilla option to just turn off your crosshair? I believe there is. Is it under controls? Display. Yeah, if you like turn off crosshair, it'll, excuse me, disable our HUD. If something shrinks the crosshair or the compass too small, it can mess with the HUD. This is all limitations of HUD framework, which is what we use to be able to add our HUD elements. So if you have anything messing with the compass or the crosshair is the most common. Those could cause some issues. So that would be my guess if you just fully on don't see them. If you see like glimpses of them, like if you see the corners of them, then it might be like a scale issue, and then you can tinker with those. That device I actually, or that little tool I just used, that would let you tinker with that. I'll show you in just a second. I'll make sure this thing is prepared for our newly stolen settler. Advanced power plants for everyone. Alright, so on this city manager tools, which you can create at a city planner's desk, you've got these HUD position controls. You can try tinkering with this. These will let you grab the different elements of it. So the status meters are the one on the left, resource panels the one on the right, and it'll let you kind of tinker with those. Coal plant, yes, pay. I'm really curious where I'm gonna check something. Console command show quest variable SS2 C2 Rick MQ26. Okay, that's not running right now. How about 24? You're not running either. I wonder if is there a Dr. Nouse is even gonna start for us.
The battlements could use some work.
Did I do something? I'm trying to think if I could have done something in this patch that would have prevented the quest from starting at all. Let's try that. Let's try going start quest. Oops. Let's see what happens. Start quest. Show quest variable. No stopped. Okay. So yeah, we have some sort of issue with an alias that's preventing the quest from starting. Well, we need to fix that. Hey, guys, all right, guys, we're gonna do some more live bug fixing. Just what you all signed up for. I know some of you guys have legitimately been wanting me to do this. So, oops, LP day 33, fixing MQ26 bug. Because we cannot proceed without. Well, we can't proceed in the quest. We could keep messing with settlements, but I've had enough moving people around. I'm ready. I'm ready to proceed with HQ. All right, let's let that save. It's taken a while. Probably got a lot of backed up script lag from bouncing between settlements like this. Oh, we can tab out and do it while it's saving. I don't have to. I can work this stuff in real time. Okay, so here's what we're gonna check. We're gonna go to our quest over here. And we're gonna look at the aliases. And usually, what it is some alias is not set to optional. Let's see. These are all optional, which is good. So the two that aren't optional are Mansfield and Cassandra. Let's see if there's something funky about one of them. The other thing it can be is there's a thing called allowed disabled, which we need to make sure we have that checked in too. All right, let's do one more check on this. Okay, good. It finished saving. Oh, I did the wrong one anyway. MTU26. So no stopped. Did we try it? We tried starting the correct one. Okay. All right, so that one is good. So we're basically going to check these aliases. If you're building quests for yourself and you're finding that one of them won't start, 99% of the time it's this alias screen. Something on here is funky. There's something. So the aliases, all it is like if you've ever done any programming, it's like x equals a number, or if you've done algebra, this is like this alias equals this thing. So like this alias named Cassandra is pointing to our character named Cassandra, and these aliases, if they can't find the thing they're supposed to be equal to and the optional isn't checked, then it will fail the whole quest from starting, which is it's useful for some quests, like the dynamic quests that pop up, like the Radiance and stuff, where they need to have some random thing, and if they can't find it, they shouldn't fire. Then it makes sense, but for most of the quests, it doesn't make any sense that Bethesda doesn't let the quest start. It's kind of, I think it's just holdover from old engine systems where their games were a little bit more dynamic. Let's see here. So allowed disabled is good. She doesn't need to be optional. Hit-Boy Radio. Maybe this one's our problem. But this is a lot of what bug fixing is for us is we have to just back and forth between the CK and the game and try and guess at stuff and prod and poke. See if we can make any progress. Okay, so we're gonna do that's optional and allowed disabled, so that should be good. This is 2C2 EQ master. That's running. Does it have the two-way radio? It does. Next, current companion is set to optional, so that should be good. It's gonna be a nice, easy episode to edit later. When people see that, or when Luke sees that half of the video is on my desktop, or not in the game at least. So I can see that all of these are optional already, which is good. So that should help. But now the other factor would be if they're allowed disabled, which I think I can actually check that on the screen over here, so I can stop waiting. This is actually one of the demotivating parts of working on quests is waiting for these screens to load. It's really obnoxious. All right, so I can, fortunately, there's some of them there's hotkeys for. So allowed disabled, allowed disabled. And these are all set to allow disabled. Okay, so we added it to a couple of these markers to see if maybe that's the problem. And we'll hit... Actually, yeah, I wonder... Oh, I bet that's what it is. All right, now I'm going to pop in. You guys are going to see some under the hood for HQ. So my guess now, seeing that those two weren't allowed disabled, my money is that in the GNN cell, these two markers here which these are the markers for the conversation. For those of you guys who have played through the Is There a Doctor in the House, there's that point where Cassandra and Mansfield are arguing with each other. And my guess is those markers are accidentally rigged up as part of the cleanup. So when I cleaned those rooms... Oh, wait, no, we already did Is There a Doctor in the House? What am I thinking of? Why was I so worried about this? We did a Doctor in the House. We have the medical lab. I'm worried about nothing. There is no bug. I'm thinking I'm further back than we were. I totally forgot we did Is There a Doctor in the House. I was all set to be like, that's what we're going to do today. We're going to finish that quest, but we already did. We did it. Somebody probably said it already in chat ages ago, and I've been looking like an idiot for the last 45 minutes. Well, that's fair. But yeah, we already did it. No wonder the quest is not starting. But I still am going to investigate that, though, later, because it's very possible that those two markers are on the layer for the cleanup, and then so... But then the cleanup should be disabled. I don't know. I'm overthinking it, because I'm really concerned about the folks reporting on the hotfix patch thing that they said it wasn't working. It makes me very sad. Has anybody had that issue? I think I saw some of you guys in chat who have followed the forum posts. Have any of you guys been able to replicate that since the hotfix of the radio call for MQ26 or for remote management getting you stuck forever in the HQ radio? Because I found, I guess since we're bopping in HQ, or we're bopping in CK, and I'm teaching you guys little stuff that maybe somebody here will make use of. So there's a thing. Oh, what did I just do? No, that needs to go down here. Put that back. Oops. So there's a little thing. If you ever put AI packages in your scenes, so like this is an AI package, make sure you do this ignore for completion. That was the issue I found. Was we had an AI package that didn't have ignore for completion. It couldn't finish, and then so the player would get stuck in that scene forever. Oh, thanks, Fish Food.
I'm having second thoughts.
Holy cow! So many people.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Excuse us.
Hey.
Okay, well that makes me feel a lot better that we completed the quest. But yeah, we have the medical lab. We did the whole thing. We upgraded it. Like, we've long since had Cassandra here. And I saw Cassandra when I started playing. Oh my god. Okay, so I think all we have left is Rise of the Commonwealth, which is cool. So let's get some stuff moving. We need to recover from our failure here. So let's do some more folks in logistics. We're going to set up a couple more supply lines to connect to these settlements we just built more power in, so we can get it shared over here. And then I got to figure out why my HQ engineering dropped. I think that means I have a deserter, but they should get brought back by admin soon. All right, let's get some more endurance in here. Whoa, was that endurance 12? Oh yeah, Broken Crow Corvus with his absurd stats. Okay, Hubert, you're in. McCready, we need you over there. Random Settler with super stats. You're hired. And that's enough for us to get like 3 more or 4 more supply agreements, so that's pretty good.
Those ASAM things, they're really clever. I wonder who came up with an idea like that.
I think you're right, Quester. I'm sure that settler got assigned to something random. I'm gonna have to go back there, but I just got so frazzled by like doing walking around in the CK and then being like, wait, I saw Cassandra, like it just all like started clicking in my head, like, wait a second, we already did all this. Okay, let's do some supply agreements and see who we can establish with. So we want 10 pines because I just built that really dumb power plant on top of the thing. And then we want one in Starlight if we don't know. We might already have it. Nope. Let's take a look at them. So Starlight we want. I think that's the only 2 places I built power plants so far. But then I need to go build, okay, there, power engineering fixed itself. So now I need to go build power transfer in those as well. So Starlight we can definitely do. Because we just sent, I know they had a bunch of extra people. 10 pines is going to be rough. All right, let's go get some power transfer. So let's start with Starlight. That's easy mode. Too much coffee. Yeah, that's why I'm getting all frazzled. Better me being all twitchy than being asleep, though. For you guys, anyway. Alright, let's see. Alright, let's check what our stats are here and what we can sacrifice. So I'm thinking we have enough surplus food at other settlements. We don't really need this. That's the guy I think we just transferred to. So let's build ourselves a power plant. Let's check what else we got going on here. That's residential. We're not going to mess with that. Oh, do we got a show about to start? Okay, so we'll have 2 power plants. Perfect. So then we need to get ourselves... What's going on, guys? Looks like you're not sure if you want to start the show or not. What do we got here? Building materials we'll keep. Organic we don't need anymore. So let's find the owner of this place. Probably this person. Hey, I know it's an audience member.
Crop's been growing pretty good lately.
Good old nav mesh doing work. And track occupant. We have enough. What do you call it? Organic materials to last the rest of this playthrough. Like 65,000 is an insane amount. Like we'd go through, if it was building materials, we would go through that. Oh, I guess I grabbed the person I didn't actually, I should just change their plot. That's what I should be doing. We have enough organic materials to last us this playthrough. Building materials, you could go through 65,000. Organic, pretty unlikely the way we're playing anyway. Oh, that's going to cause a problem with storage. We need to fix storage first. Let's make sure we add more storage first. All right, let's go some settlements. Storage. And we don't really, just need to build 2 of these and that'll be enough to make up for it so we don't lose a bunch of resources. There's a spot we can put them without sinking in too deep. There we go. Reinforce the fence. Oh, and that's the end of our steel. Okay, of course. Of course it is. Gonna have to start building, getting into commercial just for the sake of getting some junk merchants. Ooh, can I scrap this? 10 steel. Is that enough? 10 more. Any more cars under here? Alright. Ah, I'm getting the stupid bug with the... I'm always 1 short. Alright, what else can we scrap? Can we scrap these useless fences? No. Not so fortunate. I guess I could just start dropping stuff in my inventory. You can do that, right? You just scrap random stuff in your inventory on the ground and it'll give you the resources. So like if we have an extra weapon or something, like I don't use a flare gun, will that turn into steel? Wait, why don't let me scrap anything? Oh, it's probably because I got snap. Is that why? No? Why can't I scrap this? Am I crazy? Oh, there it goes. I had hit up. So I probably could have scrapped those other things. I was just in a mode I didn't realize. Alright, let's come over here. Love me some workshop plus super speed. Alright, we'll stack these up nice. Okay, so now we have enough surplus resources that, or surplus storage that switching this over is not going to suddenly kill off a bunch of our resources. Alright, switch you. Let's see, customize plot. Change plot type. Municipal. Deep Dive giving him off to bed. Have a good stream and good night. Oh, I probably missed you. So, see you later, Deep Dive, if you happen to watch the replay. This is strong. If I start drinking coffee, I might actually finish my city plan tour. Yeah, how many of them? You got a bunch of them done. Did you miss? Are you talking about your personal ones or the art? Because I think you did all the ROTC ones, right? And I've seen quite a few of your personal ones. Oh, let's change the building plan. Choose building plan. Need the flare gun. Kenneth Greason, I went into the tape and it brings up auto hide settings under resources panel on the others, but does not let me adjust them. Interesting. Let's try that. So you went into the holotape. What did you go to? Auto hide settings. So that's going to be under options, and then HUD. Resource panel, auto hide settings. Pay and build. So every time you click it, see it's like outside workshop mode, and it just stays. Is that the thing? It's just staying on whatever you had it at. Yeah, that does look like it's not working. All right, I'll put that on my bug list. But if as long as it says auto hide is in outside workshop mode, that means you have the default setting, and that's not the issue you're having. Like I said, if your things are disappearing, I don't think it's going to be the HUD settings. I think it's going to be your something with your compass or your crosshair. Crosshair is the usual one that people run into. Oh wait, I did it wrong again. I was supposed to build a power transfer. Totally forgot. Getting distracted. This is why. See, guys, this is why I usually just ignore chat until 10:30, which probably is almost 10:30. Let's see here. So HUD auto hide settings in tape. Not working. Alright, that is now on my short bug list, so hopefully I'll get it resolved soon. Oh, did you never do it? I thought it was certain you did a Bunker Hill show off. Because that's the one where you did that insane Tesla tower. Like, that's one of the craziest designs we ever did. And then it has all those, like, faction layers. Yeah, our Bunker Hill design, I think, was, like, peak ROTC. That was, like, the ultimate design. Let's see. Can't afford construction costs. Pay and build. Uh-oh. Got people scratching. What do you got? Chicken pox. We don't have a cure for that. You got chicken pox too? Yep. Man, that's something I'm probably gonna have to deal with soon. Although I think kids get vaccinated for that now. I know my kids had to get a lot of vaccines lately, but that was something I remember when I was a kid. It was like you almost pretty much just had chickenpox parties. It was like kids just get it done. Like everybody in kindergarten or first grade or whatever would get it, and everybody'd come home and share it with your siblings. Kenneth, are you playing with like a mod pack or a what's it called, a Wabajack list? Are you playing with one of those, or are you just playing with the mod installed from the mod menu or through Vortex or something? The reason I'm asking is if you're using a mod list, I wonder if or are you using DefUI? I should ask too. If you're using DefUI, that can mess with the size and scaling and positioning of the crosshair and the compass, and that could cause issues.
Tempo. I'd rather have my shit narrated by that city DJ than hear your warblings in a
Alright, let's see if this thing's in range. Operational, okay. Okay, so in theory, when we go back to actually if we pop in and out here, it should trigger an update to the Commonwealth Rising quest. There we go, up to 482. Actually, I don't even remember what it was, so I don't know if that's actually an increase or not. Okay. So now we go try and cram one in 10 pines, I guess. Oh, we got another municipal plot here we can queue up for a power plant. We're just going to have power plants for days. Alright, who else do we have? What other farmers we got? You guys are... farmers that are not making a ton of food. 9... 12. No, we need you. Okay, you guys on this guy right here. This guy, we're going to go down to exactly, or close to exactly enough food. Track occupants. Excuse me, sir. You are needed. You are going to build yet another power plant. Did I just forget to grab him? Command. Oh no, there it goes. It was just, I was being impatient. Pay and build. Go. Just a few weapon and armor mods. Yeah, I don't know how you would have accidentally disabled the HUD, because it's not, like, if you're not using MCM, there are no hotkeys. I mean, SS2 doesn't have any native hotkeys. Do you have HUD framework? Did HUD framework get disabled maybe? If you go to your mod screen here, you can look and see if HUD framework.esm is enabled. Maybe that's a problem. Something simple like that. Oh, Yagi, that was gonna be my last resort, was to just start spamming vanilla power, but I feel like we've got I really want to get the nuclear power plants unlocked anyway, so it seems easy enough to wait, are you still working this farm, or did you just... Oh yeah, you're just not pathing. Okay, cool. I want to unlock high tech anyway, so we just need to get a few advanced power plants to upgrade and we'll get there. But yeah, that is the fast way. FYI, anybody, if you don't want to do what I've been doing all episode, and you just want to finish this quest fast, you can just build one power transfer close enough to GNN, and then just spam a bunch, or build one, set up a supply agreement, and then just spam a bunch of vanilla power. Like if I were to just start building the, you know, these fusion generators, or get the Voltec one, then that would satisfy the requirement too. It's any surplus power. It doesn't have to be from resident or from municipal plots. Where's that one building? Okay, that's this one. Is it done? There it goes. All right, let's see if it updates. So we should be in the we should be around 600 now. I think this one should be providing only 85. Okay, so then we'll be at like 550. Assuming it updates here in a second.
This marks my shack. Come in here again and I'll paint my door red with your brain.
567. Okay, we're a little more than halfway there. All right, what's the next step here? I guess we go try and cram a power transfer into. Oh, let's clear that plot tracking. Go try and cram a power transfer into 10 Pines. And hopefully all this bouncing around, we're actually starting to get enough time passing where we'll start seeing more settlers appear in some of these other places. I could also go start taking over some of these other settlements. I don't want to be responsible for more right now. I'm barely doing anything for the folks that I am supposed to be helping out. Jamaica Plain. I thought I had Murkwater. No, I guess I never went down there. And then I'm gonna have to I'm robbing future me here, because I'm gonna have to fix, I'm stealing like all these farmers and stuff, and at some point I want to show you guys the missions, like the logistics and engineering missions to send people out into the world to do stuff, and that requires a bunch of extra food and water, which I have. I'm slowly, you know, I have barely any surplus, and I'm slowly taking it all away, going around doing this silliness. All right, where? Oh, you know, we can do an interior power transfer. We don't need to build a big monster guy. Let's see. How much power is this thing producing for us? Details. 80. Okay, well that's enough where I don't want to take it away. Well, either way, we can cram a power transfer outside here pretty easily. Just gotta do our interior nonsense. Oh, I wonder if we can actually, we said we had that little bit of extra space up here. Yeah, right there. Look at that, it was meant to be. Just need to turn off snapping. Was it F3? No, that's not, oh, I want that on. We want F1. There we go. So we'll use the wall of this and hope the other levels of it are using the same wall. And right up there looks good. And I guess this person's gonna need a stairway as well, which we probably can't afford to build. Is there a merchant here? Lucas and friends still here? No? What's in here? Well, I think we got our candidate for who's getting reassigned. I've got no time for tailors. Or what is this? Oh wait, is this a general store? This is. We could solve our steel problem right now. Let's sleep it off. All right, we'll sleep until morning, till they come to work. Buy a shipment of steel. We're off to the races. Oh, HUD framework got disabled. Yeah, usually the HUD stuff's usually something simple, like the crosshair is the one that most people get caught by because it's not obvious that HUD framework's using the crosshair. Okay, where's our shopkeeper? He should be at work. Oh, he's just underground. Thanks, Bethesda. Alright, let's do TCL. We're coming to save you. Oh, that's why. Poor guy. He's curled up in a ball and he didn't know where to go, so he buried himself in the dirt. Alright, move to... Wow, why am I in all caps? That's good. Move to player. TCL. Alright, let's see if I can...
Farming's as honest work gets.
Oh, I'm stuck in flight mode. Why can't I hit you? Oh, did I forget to turn off TCL? Oh, that's why. TCL doesn't actually go off when you have something selected. So, prid TCL. There we go. Alright, so you've got radworms, needle spine, and chickenpox. Okay, I think we can solve radworms and needle spine. Maybe needle spine? I know we can solve the worms. Those are all done by the default. Let's try a disease cure. Let's see what happens. Let's see. Scan. How are you feeling now, buddy? Okay, down to just chickenpox. He should be back in action.
Hey, you want to do some trading?
Yes. Yes, I do.
I'll take a look. Sure.
Let me know what you'd like.
Okay. Now, do you sell junk shipments? I actually don't know if they do. Yeah, they do. There we go. Shipment of steel. Holy cow, 1,500. Get out of here with that. I should put you back down in that hole. Oh, I guess we sold our flare guns, so we don't need flares. Yeah, you can have my fusion cores. I'm not about to start. The lengths I go to not cheat. Oh, I guess I don't need 308 rounds anymore, do I? I'm using 50 cal now. And then I guess I can sell some of my drugs. Oh wait, no, I think we determined I think I need one buff out and one daddy-o for a quest later, so I'm gonna hang on to those. But buff tats we don't need, mentats we don't need. I don't know what radiated blood's for. I never use these. Sure, you can have those and that. Some random Salisbury steak, okay. And some Yaguai meat. Okay, you can have 27 caps. That feels like a better deal. Okay, but now we are pulling you off of your shop. You are fired for ripping me off. $1,500. 1,500 caps for a little bit of steel. Ridiculous. Okay, let's go to... Where did we stick that thing? Oh yeah, up here. Alright, so we gotta use our janky stairwell over here. Oh, and this is now we need our flight mode. Okay, I guess. Oh, but I guess we bought the steel, just so we can put him to work. Oh, and we need to up the build limit. Okay. Manage build limits. Increase by 100. At least the tracking stays on him, so this isn't going to be obnoxious to get going once I finish doing this. All right, now we need snap back on. There we go. Oh, that looks so bad. Okay, let's do we'll do a manual. We'll do wood. Why am I worrying about it looking bad? The whole thing looks bad. Look at this monstrosity. And we'll do this guy. And then this. Okay. Nope. We need the fat one. There we go. Acceptable. Okay, now we grab... Oh, now you go to your store. Okay, follow me, buddy. Oh, did somebody else get assigned to it? I know. What is going on? Oh, we got a new settler while I was poking around. That's great. You guys built the wrong thing, but... We want a power transfer. All right, so now now do we have like available? Are we short jobs here even? We can still build another job. That's great. Very unexpected. And we need more housing. No, we have 13 beds. Why is it so the HUD's just not updated yet? Yeah, the HUD's definitely not updated because it's also saying we need power, which clearly should not be the case. Pay and build. It's showing 91 power, but we have this one. Oh, our guy's incapacitated. Alright, disease is running rampant, getting us knocked down. Okay, I guess we'll build a hospital. That'll help with that. Let's do another interior since we are really dying for space here. Yeah, I think right in front of that plot's fine. Is that another Martian wares? Yeah. Alright, we need some floor pieces. Good thing I bought that steel. Yep, do that. And yeah, we can still get enough floor, that's fine. Oh, I guess I should get one back wall at least.
I can't get over what happened to the Abernethys. Losing a daughter like that. Right in front of their eyes.
It's just horrible.
Poor girl. She had more courage than sense.
Alright. Go get ourselves a municipal plot. Alright, where's our ASAM sensor? It's buried in the wall, of course. Okay, let's do this. There we go. All right, what did you guys decide on? What do you think we need? No, you really want communications. Communications wouldn't be terrible if we want to start pumping out settlers, but hospital. These guys just keep getting knocked out. All right, let's go find our incapacitated guy here and see if maybe he's just got needle spine too. Was he inside in his building? No. Is he underground too?
Can't remember the last time I had clean fingernails.
Nope, just another guy curled up on the ground. All right, what do you got for diseases here, buddy? Oh yeah, okay, easy ones. We can solve this. I guess I should build. Oh, I'm out of disease cures. Damn it. Well then, I wasn't expecting that. Any merchants show up yet?
You know what I call a good day? One that ends without an empty stomach.
Pay and build. Well, didn't expect to get derailed by needle spine and radworms today. All right, let's go buy some disease cures. We should have some for sale here.
to it when I get to it.
Sell some jet over and over from Quester. You can't pry that jet out of my fingers. I gotta have it. And one day I'm gonna need all 60 doses of it. The buried settler's still floating. He's just
I'm too friggin' slow to join the Minutemen.
he can just levitate now. That's his new thing. Oh, wait, where am I going? I need to go to probably the medical vendor. We should have some in their leveled list. You, sir.
This better be an emergency.
Could use some supplies, actually.
Let's see what I can spare.
We've got a power emergency at HQ. Yep, disease cure. Here we go. 840 caps. My God, you guys are killing me. What do you give me for Molotov cocktails? Not enough, but you can have them. I guess I don't really need the caps right now because Ron's not taking our money anyway, so... Okay, back to 10 Pines. Hello, Villain. Yeah, we were trying to do. I had set up for the whole episode to do. Is there a doctor in the house? And then like, I don't know, an hour and a half in, realized I already did it either last episode or the one before. That's what I get for taking time off. All right, let's do disease cure. So now we've been just trying to fix power transfer everywhere. What was that? Oh, I guess the power grid was resetting. What do you think, bud? Feel any better? Well, he stood up. Or, is that a she?
Don't care much for good neighbor.
Yep.
That place is nothing but trouble.
What do you think? Are you ready? Ready to get back to work? Just chickenpox. We can work with chickenpox. All right, let's check here. What is our power up to? 176. There we go. All right, so now when we exit, it should update the objective again. There we go. 613. Excuse me. Slow and steady. All right, I think Starlight Drive-In is going to be our solution because that's got a lot of empty space. Oh, 689 now. A lot of empty space. I can actually send people there from other settlements. Let's do that. Let's go to Taffington. No. I mean, I guess I can. I don't really care about Taffington right now. I'm just going to raid the settlements that I'm not focused on, and then we'll fix the other ones later. Defend Taffington Boathouse. Oh! I'll get him with the Vitamatic. Oh, look at all this loot. Oh, it's a settler.
In person. It's you and me.
Oh, you guys got combat armor and oh man, this is a pretty high level raider raid. You guys over here. Should be able to pick up some decent loot here. Oh. Good old bloody mess. I didn't even know I had that defend quest. Totally ignored it. Oh man, the roosters are out in force. Alright, and then I think there's one more dead guy over here we can loot. Oh, he's already dead. Okay. Well, alright then. What do you guys got I can steal since we're deciding that you guys are not important for so far for this playthrough? Wait, did you have steel? No. We'll take the... Yeah, why not? Adhesive is valuable. Okay, let's do... Let's find some people who are working stuff we don't care about right now. Farmer. Where are you guys at with farms? Oh, you've got exactly enough food and water. Okay, so we can't take your farmers. Machine disassembler. Oh yeah, I think I wasn't gonna take him last time because he just upgraded, but changed my mind now that we have a plan. Starlight Drive-In for you, buddy. Off you go. All right, who else is working something unimportant here? Visitor. Can't take away the farmers. Is it 5 a.m.? Yep. Between 5 and 6, I think we have the roosters set up to crow. That's been one of those, one of the things I missed from, we had it in SS1, I never brought it back to SS2, is the dynamic spawning of the chickens from Far Harbor. I just have never set that up again. What is your job?
Thanks for your help fighting them off.
Oh, you're not doing anything.
I was glad to help out.
I can't argue with your timing. Who knows what would have happened to us if you hadn't been here.
Wait,
Anyway.
Isn't this the guy I just sent off
appreciate
to Starlight? No, no, don't scrap it. Yeah, he's the guy on his way to Starlight. Okay. That makes more sense. Alright, we can't get rid of our Carabiner. Oh, what about you? What are you doing, person? Organics collector. There we go. Bingo. You need to move. What about you? What's your job? CPD deputy. Okay, well, we need the defense. Alright, that's 2 more, folks. That's another, I don't know, what do those power plants make? 85 or something out of the box? That's a chunk. So we say we need 4 settlers. We'll just say we need 4 settlers. So let's go steal 2 more. Oh, loot and scrap the weapons for steel. You're right. Fail. Fail. Alright, what do we got going on here? I guess basically anybody that's doing shopkeeping or
another day of hard work.
Chunk collecting right now is fair game.
Easy living.
Oh, you're the mayor. We need that because this is actually a city plan. Looks like it's at level... I'm guessing this is level 1 or 2? Nothing. Oh, there are some plots in there, but nobody's working on them.
If you ain't been up to see Grey God, you should go. Whole place is run by robots.
Oh, we got a luck plot. That's funny. So at some point, we had these set up to animate, and I couldn't get it working correctly. We actually wanted to make these like a playable slot machine, like in the old school Fallout games. Might be one of those things we double back to, but I think other mods have done it better now. So, like ours don't look nearly as good as some of the other mods who've added them, like the New Vegas mod, for example. Oh, we just need population here to upgrade to level 2, so we're at level 1. So we have plenty of defense. Food and water are fine. Power's on the verge of being okay. So I think we can afford to sacrifice defense as long as it's not too much. Yeah, 34, that might be not too bad. We can steal. Check these 2. 34, this one 37. Alright, one of our 34s I think we can afford to give up. Oh, you just upgraded on me. What about what's going on in here? Carabiner can't get rid of. Okay, I think we can get one of our guards. I think that's fair game. They have a lot of defense here. You. Oop, why did I get out of it? Okay, we're going to steal you. Starlight. That's going to be our secondary power compound. And then we need to find the next settlement. Alright, what else we got? think Jamaica, maybe we could find somebody. I guess Hangman's Alley, we're not really focused on at all. Somerville, same. Let's go to Oberlin, though. See what's going on there. I actually think I have a supply agreement with them, too. Uh-oh. Hope this is... Oh, there we go. It's just a little bit slow. Quester WIFMA suggests 2 mods to install for the rest of your Let's Plays. Loot Detector and its patch mod and junk to components. They make this so much easier. Yeah, I'm not currently ready to... Like, I'm already pushing my luck with extra mods and things that might make troubleshooting tricky. Like I've been talking about throughout the episode of... I'm using kind of experimental code in Workshop Framework and SS2. And since one of the goals of this playthrough is to be able to easily track down the bugs I run into, I don't think I want to risk anything else. Let's see here. This looks like another one I could probably sacrifice a defender. We got quite a lot of good defense here.
Huh?
But we'll do a quick check here. Why not use the town meeting able to summon your settlers so you don't have to hunt them down? Yeah, that would be a smart idea. I kind of like running. I kind of like running around, looking for them a little. Like it just feels more immersive than the track them, the teleport them all to me. But I'm not bored of it yet, I guess. Let's see here. We got some. What do you got? What are you working? Machine parts. And what about you?
Hope
You guys don't have your titles yet.
Here to spy on me.
Building materials. All right, let's check where we're at with those. Building materials we're running kind of low on. Machine parts actually that's pretty high, so I think we can send this guy off, and that's our squad. Now we just go build some power plants. Actually, you know what I'm curious about is let's set up the hotkey for cycling reports, because I'm curious what our like daily income is on the different types now. Like how bad did we just bone our income? Let's see, hotkeys, resource hotkeys. We'll do report view. We'll change that to L. Alright, daily change, caravan network. We gotta wait for this to load. Okay, yeah, we're still getting plus on everything. Look at that, organics is still plus ridiculous. But we still got some decent coming in for the other ones, so we haven't hurt it too badly. Alright, let's put that back. Okay, to Starlight we go. Hope you guys don't mind kind of doing a long play tonight instead of a bunch of chat, because I missed it. I missed a week, and then I think I missed last week, and then 2 weeks before that I had missed. Not making it, and I think part of this also I think is subconsciously I'm excited about doing a fresh playthrough and experiencing like all the mechanics. I think that'll be fun. So I think I'm kind of itching to go to a new playthrough, and I don't want to do it before showing you guys at bare minimum the end of chapter 2, but I'd also like to show you guys some cool features in HQ. So I think that's kind of in the back of my mind, pushing me to want to play a little more. Alright. Alright, I guess we can continue with this right here. So we need a foundation plot. This place is starting to look nasty. How about here? Alright, let's put you. Building plan. I don't know what's going on with the stage show there. It seems like they got stuck. It's been the same guys on the stage since last time we were here. Alright, we're also going to change this to the cement too. Oh, we gotta wait till it's finished. What's going on, guys? Oh, I think their show must have ended, because when their show starts, they'll have a bunch of couches and stuff which aren't there.
think he'll stay conscious this time?
Wow, such a groovy crowd. You cats are not.
Oh,
gonna regret spending
new
your
show
time
starting,
with
and
me.
the 4 Commonwealth men are just kind of stuck on
Amazing
stage.
Daddy-o in the shape of a drake is the best gal. And
Alright, concrete. There we go.
outstanding assistant, Ted. Today, I'm gonna blow your mind, blow up your moods with my sharp mental magic skills.
So I think we need to build 4 of these, we decided. So advanced power plant.
Get us going. Teddy's gonna pick out one of you fine cats and come down and get in the scene.
Right on it, Daddy-o.
You see, the chems give me crazy sharp mind powers. When the juice is flowing through this body, I can feel whatever's going on through your noodles.
Terry,
Like,
get over here.
Wow, I know. I can feel
Over
your
here.
mind's blowing already.
Actually, I don't know why I can
Now,
control him.
while I'm gonna
He
be
shouldn't
focused
be.
on just one of
He
you
should
cats
not
at
be
a
a
time,
settler.
all
Oh,
you
one of them
others
is for
follow
some reason.
close.
Let's see. You are too,
See if
George.
I can't get into you.
I gotta fix that. These guys should not be
you
coming
go,
up as
Daddy-o.
settlers.
Thanks, Teddy. You're a dog.
But I appreciate I can
What's
move
your
them.
name, dude?
Off the stage, guys.
Folks around here call me Gwen on account of me.
Well,
All right, I gotta put that on my list. Three of the Commonwealth men you guys could probably walk up to and hit move and just turn them into settlers.
Hey, I resemble that comment.
Focus, dude. Focus. Lock those peepers on mine and do just what I say, and I'm gonna feel just what you're noodling.
Hey.
What's 1 + 1?
No, that one's easy. 2.
Snappier, dude. What's 2 + 2?
Or 3. 4. Yes, 4.
What's 4 + 4?
Well, that's 4, 5.
It's 8.
Oh, yeah, 8. It's 8.
What's 8 + 8?
It's 16.
6. 16.
Now, I need you all to think of a vegetable. Don't shout it out. First veg you think of, just keep it locked up in that noodle of yours. The sums just let me get.
I'm letting Daddy-o do the talking while I sort out all these buildings here.
Veg, what's floating around in your mind's eye. Keep thinking hard about it. See it hanging in the air between us. I got it. You're thinking of a carrot.
No. I'm thinking of vodka.
I said a vegetable.
It's made from vegetables. Potatoes or something.
Man, your mind is just too damn Dixie fried.
All right, I think this is the 4th one. So now we just need to. Now I'll probably use the thing because I think some of my guys just haven't even made it here yet.
Booze trumps the chems. I need to find something stronger.
Where are you going, Daddy-o?
You got any of that vodka?
Yes?
The young fellers.
Power plant engineer. What do you got going on? Farmer. I guess some people could be ending up randomly assigned. Oh, I think I just canceled that. Crud.
Oh, yeah, me too. I was thinking of carrots too. Well, ta-da! Thank you. You've been a groovy audience. Daddy will be
There we
back
go.
soon to amaze you all with more crazy mental skills.
Yeah?
All right, buddy. This way. You've been promoted, I guess.
To amaze you all with more crazy mental skills. Later, cats. Later.
Let's see. Okay, that one built. We need this one. We still gotta find a couple more people. All right. You know what? I was gonna say let's just move these guys here, but I think they'll end up destroyed later on when the theater show tries to update. Let's see here. Yep. So everybody keeps getting reassigned to the farms. Okay. So you power plant. What are you doing? This is that visitor, right? No, it's a settler. What are you assigned to? You're a power plant engineer. Okay. All right, let's see if everyone's got. I imagine everyone's gonna have a job if we've got all these empty plots laying around, so they're gonna get auto assigned. So we're gonna have to just pluck people off of them. That's gonna be a visitor. What about you? You're already a power. Everyone's gonna be a power plant engineer or a grid supervisor here by the time I'm done with them. What about you? Yeah, you're a visitor. Did you get just reassigned to a farm again? Yep, power plant engineer, just what we needed. This is one of those times when having the naming thing would help, so I could have memorized the names of the guys we just sent over instead of a random unnamed settlers. Which one is this? He's just hanging out on the stage forever. He's broken.
You know what's funny? Hal was off at a place in the city yesterday.
Visitor.
Sure.
Wait, did you just get assigned back to the farm again? No, it's just slowly transferring over. And let's see here. 12 food. 12 food. Okay, we can't take away from both of those. Alright, what ended up getting worked that we don't need here? I guess the building material plot I can take away. I know we have another person around here somewhere because I sent 4.
Don't know why I ever came here. I think they sent a garment pack.
Anybody home? We need another power plant. Stat. Alright, it's time for the tools. Let's see, just gather everybody. Figure out what jobs everyone's got. If you're not a power plant engineer, you're about to be. Let's see here. We've got power plant engineer, grid supervisor,
What's going on?
engineer, settler with nothing. Maybe you're our man. Unassigned guy. There we go. All right. I don't know who I sent to assign where yet, so we'll just do that. Do a quick check for more unassigned. Okay, let's see. Guard, engineer, guard, farmer. I guess I should pass out some of these disease cures. Grid supervisor. Taking disease cure. Nope. He has something we can't take care of. Power plant engineer. Okay, a lot of power plant engineers now.
What's going on?
Alright, so we just need this thing to build. All the rest of them are up. Make sure this is on the right one. Yep. Okay. Let's let that build, and we'll see where we're at.
Okay.
I feel like maybe my math was off, because... Oh, no, this one's not built either. So I probably signed the same guy twice. Everybody's out for a nighttime show now, it looks like.
Need something?
All the power plant engineers is great. Teardown expert. Okay, I get assigned to this. I don't know who's assigned to it now, but they're slacking. Mod 142, if you have extra object selection turned on, you can do that to some, but it just lets you move them from place to place, not settle. Ah, okay. More and more customers. Oh, am I at max on my bed, on my houses here?
Wyatt the Wanderer. He's the Wanderer.
I'll give you my room.
Yeah, I guess. Well, I have one extra bed right now, but I can go ahead and build another one. Quester WI, thank you for the donation. Forgot to ask, which would be better for your experiment? Your mod list with UOF4P or without it? I am not playing with it, but I tend to find it's a pretty good resource. Like, I have no objection to that. That's an easy one. Like, if somebody's sending me a save file for investigating, if it's got UFO4P, that's fine. That's one I always have installed and ready to go. So that one's not a big deal. Like, I just don't have it enabled in this playthrough. We'll just let that sort itself out. Alright, let's see what kind of update we get to our objective now.
I look around me today and I see a great many feet that are likewise comfortably settled upon the dirt. But some folks grow up with a belief that they are above the rest. That they have a divine
Alright,
right.
Eric, the alright.
to have
Time to
others
get off the
carry them.
stage. Move to player. I don't know why he's
Through this
stuck.
life,
Must be
I'd
real
like
bad
to tell
navigation
you a
right there.
tale about one group of folks whose feet were literally not upon the ground, but perpetually rested upon the deck of a ship, in a time shortly before the bombs dropped. A time when the city streets were rife with disease, starvation, and unrest. Some of the nation's richest families were vacationing in luxury upon a cruise ship named Oceania. Those families and the crew who served them were spared the worst of the destruction that ravaged the land.
We're just gonna sit around and listen to
While they
Wyatt
could
while we
not
wait
stay
for
out
our
at
power
sea
plant.
forever, they would ride out the first stark winter before docking in an almost lifeless city. A settlement would grow
Okay,
up around them.
exiting workshop mode should. Oh, are you kidding me? 50. Okay, 50 short. Now we're going into cheat mode. Let's spam some. Let's turn on TGM and spam some and build one generator here. We're too close to give up now. Okay, let's get this thing down. Where's our municipal power thing? We're gonna plug it right into that. Wait, what's that building? Oh, it's a residential lot. Okay. Plop this right here. Plug you in. Apparently, I gotta get closer. Slide it out of the way. Okay. What? Oh, we went up by 10. Get out of here.
State-of-the-art vault, where it kept the very best of vintage wines. The area was
Just waiting to see if some of these plot upgrades started to do something different. All right, we're gonna build another one just because I'm curious what's going on. Maybe it's not sharing this power. I know it's supposed to. The code doesn't care where it comes from. Okay, this seems like we're making progress. Whenever we get a new pop-up about HQ. All right, all major resources come from settlements with surplus that HQ has a supply agreement with. In addition to power, engineering also handles water through water distribution rooms. The logistics department is in charge of scrap, which can be expanded by setting up agreements with more settlements, and food by building up cafeteria rooms. Finally, the security department is in charge of caps through treasury room vaults. And then it shows a list of the things. So engineering, water distribution, power distribution, increase your maxes. Food through cafeterias, scrap through supply agreements, caps through treasury vaults. Cool.
Hey, just want to give you an update.
Here we go.
Those power upgrades are all done, and not a minute too soon. The other department heads were starting to give me dirty looks anytime we had a brownout. It's not my fault the Kama Ray's such a power hog.
A little friction between departments is normal.
Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, we're all working together, but we still have our own priorities. I suppose a little antagonism's to be expected. Still, I wish Teresa would stop giving me a dead arm every time we pass in the halls. Some of Cassandra's equipment got fried by a power surge, and boy, was she not happy. With the wiring here being the mess it is, there'll still be an odd fluctuation. But overall, the power should be a lot more stable now. Good job. Say, now that both the power and our computers are upgraded, maybe we could try doing something a bit more ambitious.
What? I think this is a good save to make, because I think this is a report on my list. So we're gonna do save LP day 33, Jake conversation cutoff, MQ27. All right, we're gonna try radioing him back to see if that resolves it. Oh yeah, we should turn off TGM too while I'm thinking of it. All right, HQ radio. I'm gonna be doing a lot with HQ radio the next couple of days. Pretty much over the weekend, that's gonna be my number one focus. All right, Jake. Anything?
Hey,
There we go.
just want to give you an update. Those power upgrades are all done. The other...
They mean well. They're only doing...
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
some of Cassandra's... With the wire...
Well, we have something to investigate. Alright, let's go... Sometimes you can get these to just trigger locally, so let's go talk to Jake directly and see what happens. But I now have that saved, so I can investigate that, and I'll get that fixed. So is it supposed to automatically transfer into the next scene? But sometimes scene transfers can be weird in the quests, and they can break. So it might be that that there's something funky on the second scene, that it's looking for something that doesn't exist. Like maybe we have a companion interjection line or something that's set up wrong, something like that. Skyways, oh, you've seen this too. Yeah, it's hey, sir, you were giving us commands, so we followed you. We're now your personal guards. That's like a weird bug in Creation Engine games for some reason. Is when you fast travel, a lot of times NPCs that are in your immediate vicinity will get teleported with you.
Always happy to talk.
It's not that I'm
regarding a type submission received earlier today. Please report to security at your earliest convenience.
Okay.
Hey there.
Oh, hey there. Those power upgrades are all done.
There we go.
And not a minute too soon. The other department heads were...
All right, we're gonna skip ahead and see if we can get
well. They're only doing what they...
this to work
Yeah,
correctly
I
here.
guess. Maybe I should make a peace offering. With the wiring here, but overall the...
Okay, yep, we heard all that. All right, here's where it breaks. Okay, see, now it works in person. Okay, so there's something funky with the transition from one scene to the other when it's in radio mode. That's interesting.
Okay, I'm listening.
Well, we could try improving the HQ's antenna. Don't get me wrong, what we've got already is pretty damn good.
Oh, Lupe's invisible.
But I think
no.
with a large enough team, I might be able to engineer some new parts that could take full advantage of the comm array.
There's more to this, isn't there?
Well, yeah, there is. I'm also hoping this might allow us to send out clear radio signals. You know, so I can send out a message that maybe Laura might hear.
Sure, let's do it.
I'll add the assignment to the board. Up to you when we do it, but I'd recommend as soon as possible. Anyway, that was all. I'll catch you later.
Hey there. Ow. Boy,
Okay.
that
So
sure
we've got
is
a
some
nice new project to lay down. We've got an invisible Lupe to fix. All right, we made progress. I'm feeling good. I think this is a good place to stop. I need to figure out all this outfit stuff. There's Lupe over there. I'm gonna go stand right in front of invisible Lupe. So I don't forget to take care of this. Save LP day 33 end of session, and also add Lupe outfit bug. It is really hard to see the people who have that bug because it took forever to find Mansfield, and I didn't even see Lupe when we were wandering around here earlier. Okay, all right. So now I don't have a ton of time left for me. I guess we'll go until my second cup of coffee is finished. I'm still sipping on it. Any of you guys who have questions for me, I'm gonna just park my character upstairs in HQ and just read chat for a while. And we'll call it a night, and hopefully I can get some of these bugs we saw tonight resolved. I'll definitely get all the outfit issues worked out. That HQ radio thing, I'm gonna be doing so much to HQ radio. I basically want to reimagine it a bit. I think I was talking earlier about how I want to reimagine it, and I think I got distracted because that's me. We're gonna do one pass where I did say this. We're gonna do one pass for this next patch where I'm just gonna give you guys some more settings so you can do things like disable the thing where it can lock your controls out, so that way you can still move around. You'll just have to remember, like if you get too far from where it started, then you won't be able to find the activator. So it's gonna be one of those settings that's going to come up with a warning, like, warning, if you ever get a radio call, just stand still. But at least that way you won't ever get locked into a conversation if a bug comes up, and just like little tools like that for now. And then we have it on our list to get the voice actors to record a bunch of random intros for the radio, to where we can have them just do like a couple of words where you just hear that radio, but it doesn't start the conversation, and then you use the HQ radio to call them when you're ready, so that way you can go to somewhere safe, you know, exit power armor, get yourself in a situation where you know the radio will work successfully, and then run it. Which I think that'll be a second pass that won't happen until after we do the chapter 3 recordings. But well, that was quite the session there. Got a lot of power stuff worked out, and found some bugs, so that was awesome. Help defend Hangman's Alley. Oh, another one. Yeah, I might as well. I'll go get all the loot out of it and start chasing those. Make sure you research disease cures next LP. Yeah, you're right. Actually, let's do that right now while I'm chatting. Nick Carter, can you test going to the radio channel section screen and then exiting while it's on? Oh yeah, were you the person who posted that on the patch thing? Because I was reading through that today because I knew I needed to do some more work with the HQ radio, and I was queuing up like what I'm going to work on this weekend. Let's see, diseases, research chickenpox. Yeah, we should do that. Oh, we don't have enough science energy. What about more disease cure? We need more food. Oh, we can't do anything right now. We need to solve, because we butchered our surplus everywhere. Told you guys, rob Peter to pay Paul. We're paying the price here. Can we do any of them? No, we're short on everything. Well then, I guess we could technically get a few more people in science to solve this, but then we're like, facilities is already barely functional right now. 32 energy is not much. So yeah, we basically, we need a lot more people, basically, is what it comes down to. One of the things I've been thinking about adding to HQ, and I'm in debate over this because I don't want, so there's a thing with game design is that, there's a phrase that players will optimize the fun out of your game, and so I'm always cautious about putting too many like easy solutions in, because then you guys will find the optimal solution and just spam that and it'll get boring. But I thought it could be interesting to have like a an HQ admin thing where it's like a recruitment drive, or it'll be like a job fair type thing where it would just be a bunch of settlers will just show up and you could just recruit them, and like put that on some sort of what do you call it, like timeout. Like you could do it like once every 3 days or something, and you get like a burst of 3 or 4 settlers to either, you know, send to HQ or send to one of your settlements, just to like get the people moving. Because once you get into this phase of the game, and like when you don't have the people, like then you end up just doing a lot of I think a lot of people get stuck in this is at this point in HQ where they're just like, they did what I did, which is like, all right, we rushed through the story, want to see the story, but now the story's gated behind stuff you ignored all the rest of your playthrough. And like offering some solutions through the HQ system, I think might be a good idea to help people kind of catch up. So adding a job fair type thing to get rapid settlers, I think might be useful. Yeah, but diseases, we're gonna have to wait until we get more people, because I need to get more farms produced. I need more water. Basically, like all of HQ, all the different systems like that are in here, and why they have all these numbers connected was basically to make sure you have your house in order. So you got to have all of your different settlements like with enough surplus so that HQ can function, and it's working. It's doing exactly what it's supposed to right now. So I'm actually really happy with this setup. As far as I'm mad at myself for not building up more settlements a little more carefully. I think the killer for me was I left the city plan setting on for too long to cap my number of settlers. So like a lot of the settlements probably capped out in number of settlers way too soon while I was playing, and I could have had a lot of extra people laying around. But oh well, we'll get it next playthrough. We'll tinker with the options to get it to where we want it to be. Valen Love, I've been kind of out of the loop with SS2 news. What's next? What are we working towards right now? Is the next big thing update chapter 3? So I can tell you guys all about something I posted on. So I'm working on Patreon with some folks. So one of the things, and I think I've talked about this on the live stream in the past, is I want to spend some more time like connecting with random players to just hear their perspective of the mod, because I tend to listen to a small group of people, developers on the team. There's a few of you in the community who I know are really solid at bug reporting, and so I listen to you guys a lot. But you know, just taking random samplings of folks, I think could reveal a lot of stuff that I am ignoring. Not necessarily because I'm intentionally ignoring stuff, because it's really hard to prioritize all the different things. Like anybody who has access to my GitHub list will tell you that it's probably, for them, it's overwhelming to look at, and it looks like we're making no progress. I know I'm making progress, but it gets to a point where I don't know where to prioritize. So a lot of times I just prioritize top to bottom. It's just like, first thing that was in, that's what I'm gonna work on today. And I realize that that's not a very effective strategy, because I'm focusing, like I'm sure you guys have seen in the bug report, like I try and tackle the stuff I know of that's imminently important. Like I hotfixed that thing when I found a solution for at least one save file for the Mansfield thing. And like I'll prioritize that kind of stuff, but otherwise when it's just the general pool of bugs, it's hard for me to know where to prioritize. And I tend to get, like I said, just go like the last reported issue, or I tend to read through all the new issues and just kind of prioritize in my head as like, okay, how important is that? Is that bricking a quest? Is that causing like a catastrophic issue that's hard to work around? Then those get priority. Otherwise, it's just kind of all a lump. And I realize if I start taking the temperature of the room, you guys will guide me to the stuff that's irritating you the most, or where like we need some emergency quality of life stuff. So on Patreon, I posted this thing I called The Experiment, and I basically got 7 or 8 people to volunteer to sit down with me for an hour, and they're just telling me what's most important to them. So telling me about, what kind of things, the experience they had with SS2, where are the sticky points, what would they like to see quality of life rooms. Basically, I just let them talk as much as I can, as much as I'm able to. As you guys know, I tend to ramble on when people give me the mic. So I've been starting out each conversation with like, please, you talk, you tell me what you want to talk about. And then I try to only talk to explain stuff or to coax more out of them. But I've had 3 or 4 really productive conversations with some really cool ideas and like stuff that I wouldn't have put top of the order for quality of life stuff. And what I'm going to do is, when I've finished all these conversations, I've got 2 or 3 more scheduled. I'm going to take the major chunks and I'm going to put them in a poll to the community to find out which are the most popular, and then I'm going to make those the major focus for patches to get those worked out. And then I did that for Patreon, but I'll probably do it for the forums as well after this round. And I'm just going to keep doing that for patches, so that while we're working on chapter 3, because we have some big content we could release between now and chapter 3. That's like big significant chunks of content, but that then would take a lot of our people off of working on chapter 3. So I'm kind of more inclined to just like do the patches myself for the most part, and then keep the rest of the team focused on chapter 3, so that we can actually get it out to you guys before Starfield, as we promised. Because like originally when Starfield was coming out with November, like that was some serious pressure. Now that the pressure's off, like as you can imagine, the dev slows down a little bit because people don't have the weight of time against them anymore. But eventually it's going to kick back in. And I'd rather release sooner than later. If we can get it out, 3 months before Starfield, that's way better than a month before Starfield, because more time for us all to enjoy it. And obviously there's going to be a lot of patches. So anyway, I think so far, like the list of stuff I have from these calls is really great. And I think it's going to make some great like chunks. Like for example, one is restructure the main quest to eliminate time, with a few exceptions, eliminate timers between quests and then switch over to number of settlements you control. So that way, this is something I've always wanted to do and I think makes more sense. And this is actually what we did in the Conqueror storyline. But it would require a lot of restructuring. We'd have to change around some dialogue a little bit. We'd have to figure out what the settlement numbers are. But a lot of our story kind of naturally feels better if you've spread out, if you've taken over more territory. And then that will also reduce the likelihood of people ending up in the situation where I'm at, where it's like you just don't have enough people to continue at a natural pace. So if the quests were gated behind number of settlements and settlers, so where it was like, you just had like miscellaneous objective of like, go get more, set up 2 more settlements and get up to 10 settlers. Then you have something, you're encouraged to work on settlements. So like kind of pacing out some of the points where, because there's a couple of points in chapter 1 where there's like 3 or 4 days before Jake contacts you again. So it's a really long lull. And if you're it's not hard to get settlements. So like getting them set up and getting settlers recruited to them would take a similar amount of time, but then it would be like simultaneously encouraging you. And if you already had a bunch of settlers and settlements because you were doing that, you'd be able to skip those timers entirely. So that's the kind of ideas of like big chunks of content that I'm going to throw up for vote soon. And it's not that the voting isn't going to determine whether or not we do these things that I'm going to post. It's going to be like a matter of priority, like what is important to folks. So that's just one example of the type of thing that I'm going to put up, because it's stuff that people brought up of like, this is an irritant for me. And I was like, oh, I actually have something on the books we plan to do that I just haven't made a priority, but I could. So that's what's coming over the next few months for patches. Other than that, the other thing that might come in is we might be patching in some extra dialogue for settlers. So we've got a couple of NPCs where we've recorded a bunch of extra dialogue for, and we might patch that in with SS2 Extended. Right now, we have someone on the team that goes by I'm always butchering her name. She's new. She is Aurelianus. I'm not sure how to say it. She is currently working on learning the CK dialogue system, and like part of the training is going through some dialogue that we got turned in from voice actors, and we might patch that in as we go so that you guys get some more involved NPCs. Erica Ember Studio, nothing wrong with Lupe. She's just trying out a prototype stealth suit. Canuck would be a way to avoid console command settlers. Oh yeah, about the HQ job fair. Yeah, that's the other thing. Is like I do like the idea of, you know, some HQ mechanics, or just in general SS2 mechanics, giving players a way to avoid the feel like they just want to cheat, like I did, like where I'm just like, I don't have the patience to go find another settler and build another thing. I'm just gonna spam a vanilla thing. So yeah, offering solutions to make people not feel like they want to cheat is a good idea. Oscar, for one request, can you please make it so the Ron settler selection menu works like the selection from the special book you grab at the start of the game, or if it's I wonder if, I don't know, I might be able to. I don't the stat is maxed out, it won't list it. Oh, I thought you were talking about having like the physical interface of the book. That's how it's supposed to work, Oscar. It's broken. It's been broken since launch, and I've never been able to figure out why. Because like the code looks perfect to me. That may be one of those things where I need to tag in some of the other smart people that look over my code and see if they can figure out what I did wrong. So CBR Gamer, any of you guys, if any of you are listening, if you want to take a look at the Ron's code for filtering and tell me why it shows, it's supposed to not show people with the high stat, or it's supposed to not show stats once you've recruited everybody who's unlocked, and for some reason it's not. Like in my game, it's showing strength, endurance, and intelligence, and all of them say there's nobody to recruit. So there's something wrong there. I don't know if it could be one of two things. It could be that the dialogue side is correct and the unlock system is wrong, or it could be the other way around. The unlock system is correct and there are no NPCs available, and the dialogue system is broken. I don't know which half it is, so I have to investigate both. Josh Parkerson, love the mod. Will you play on component difficulty on the next playthrough? Yeah, actually, that's what I was talking about. I'm kind of like and I just decided this list in the last 2 days, so I think that's why I decided to play and like almost 45 minutes longer than I normally would on tonight. Is that I'm really excited about a new playthrough. Because I want to play, but I'm gonna like label. So one of the reasons that I played with the default options as I did, in fact, in some cases I even turned some of my options easier, is because I wanted this first playthrough to show what I expect most people will experience. So that way players who are, you know, thinking about playing the mod or who are kind of new to the mod, it's like, all right, I'm going to go watch the developer play. I don't want them to feel overwhelmed by all the things. So like playing in component difficulty with operating costs on is really intense, and it's designed to be that way. So I didn't want the first impression people get from watching me play to be that. So that's why I initially decided not to play component. But I do really want to play component to see how different the experience is, because I know it's brutal from talking to folks on Discord and reading on the forums, and I want to experience it myself. And it might cause me to do some serious balance adjustments if I can't see like a clear path to get through it, or if it just feels obnoxious at some points, which I'm sure some of you say it definitely does. And sometimes just the best. And at one point we actually had somebody on the team I recruited to just work on that, and they dropped out of the project. Something must happen in real life. They kind of ghosted me on that. If any of you guys out there has a head for numbers, if you're any of you is a spreadsheet person, I have a open position on the forums. It's been up there for months for a balance guru. I'm basically looking for somebody who really likes, like, basically I would want somebody who is the type of person to analyze 4X's or Factorio style games to death to find optimal solutions, or like if you're into the Minecraft super build mod packs where you have to build those layer after layer of contraptions and stuff. Somebody like that who's way into that type of stuff, I would love to have on the team to rebalance some of those numbers, because that's the type of game, those types of game styles, I love them. But I definitely am not the type who goes deep on the numbers. So like when I balance out the numbers, I have a system I do, and I use spreadsheets for it, but it doesn't have a ton of real gameplay backing in it. I make sure the numbers make sense from a mathematical perspective, but doesn't factor in, like, you know, how often you're actually getting certain loots in game and things like that. So there's definitely some room for improvement there, and I'm hoping I'll experience it. But I'm gonna play anyway my second playthrough, which I'll start after. Basically in this playthrough, what I want to do is finish chapter 2 and show you guys the little ending. I want to get HQ up to about 75 people, and show basically most of the activities you can do in HQ currently. Once I've done that, I'll be ready to spin up 2, and then the second one, I'm gonna name it like hardcore mode or something, so that anybody who's watching it knows that this is not a expected playthrough for most players. And I'm gonna turn all the options on. Maybe not realistic build times, because that's just not fun to watch. But pretty much like I'll put on everything else, and then you guys can watch me suffer. And then we'll hopefully smooth out some of the gameplay from those perspectives too over time. Kenneth Creason, you go and buy disease cures when your mod has free cures from the Nightingale stashes. Use this library door in Pulaski Shelter near where you meet Caleb. I think I robbed the Pulaski Shelter the last time we played, but maybe not. It might have been one of those things where like people kept telling me to go do it, and then I just didn't do it. But yeah, I do need to go find all the disease cures. I think there's quite a few of those stashes. I think there's 18 of them throughout the Commonwealth. So yeah, there's a lot of them I could be snagging. Oscar Fry, I suggest having your wife on stream to remind you not to ramble and give her a wooden cooking spoon she can use to keep you on subject. If my wife was awake at the hours I stream, I would not be streaming. She's an early person. Like, she'll be up at 4:30 in the morning running for miles. And I am I like to go to bed at midnight or later. So we are 2 ships passing in the night some days. Love sounds like a great plan. I'm up for chatting if you need more folks after your Patreon interviews. I really like the idea of getting story content behind settlements because of the chapter 2 slump you and I'm sure a large amount of players have run into. Yeah, it's too much. The pacing is just weird. I think like chapter 2 is pretty rapid fire, and that was by necessity, right? There's a lot of threats that you got to deal with. You know, you've got Jake kidnapped. You've got the gunner attacks. Like, it's all meant to be pretty rapid fire. There's not a ton of downtime. Whereas in chapter 1, you're doing the slow build up. So and that's a better spot to me, I think, to put those kind of gates in. I think we're going to have the same thing happening with chapter 3. We actually we're working through that right now of like the pacing and external threats in chapter 3 are even more intense. So like finding the pacing to where we can let you carefully learn all the new mechanics without feeling rushed, but also we don't want to sacrifice the feeling of urgency from the story. It's a tough balancing act. I think we're gonna run into not quite the Sean problem because we actually have given you enough time to care about the characters, but the Sean problem from the sense of like there's so many things to do that your time away from the main quest will end up causing you to lose a little bit of the emotional attachment, which is a bummer. So we're trying to find the balance right now in that. It's a tough one. Nick Carter, you got sidetracked. I get sidetracked a lot. What did I get sidetracked on that made you say that? Maybe you can have me double back. Yogi, no, I have not taken the balance gear position. Yeah, it's got to be somebody who's like just like absolutely loves and lives in spreadsheets, and so they could feel confident in their numbers, because once we promote somebody to that position, then the pitchforks will come out if we do a balance overhaul and that person did a job that did not satisfy folks. I actually think a lot of the balance issue will sort itself out when we get to 3.0 because of the marketplace system. So I think a lot of the pains are just temporary. But because of how long the Chapter 3 dev cycle is going, I don't actually know. I can't actually say when that solution's coming, so it might be worth fixing in the short term with just some balance readjustments. Velen, you were talking about Factorio Minecraft contraptions. My husband might legitimately fit the bill for your balance girl. Ask him about it post stream. Does he play SS2? Because I think that would be another part. He's got to be into SS2 as well to be willing to put in the time and effort. Because it's not just about those. It's just those are the types of games that I think are we're like a ultra light version of that with our industrial system with the conversion and everything. Like it could be. Like we are just a tiny fraction. Like obviously, like with the building classes and stuff we have and the building plans, not even close. And we're not anything complex like Factorio or contraption type stuff where you're interlocking things. Like so, it's not quite the same. It's not the same gameplay. It's not. I shouldn't say it's not quite. It's not the same gameplay at all. But the numbers behind the scene, it's a similar system. Like at the end of the day, when you're building all those contraptions, after you're done building those contraptions, you're just looking at pluses and minuses. Like, do I have enough of this resource coming in so you can generate that? And that part we do have. And that part could use some tinkering. Sterling, I'm currently replaying the FO Horror for the first time since release. Some Settlements 2 is easily my favorite thing about the game now. Any plans for Starfield? To play the hell out of it is my plan right now. I mean, it's hard to make plans for it because, like, 76 is kind of signaling to us that we're not going to get mods for Starfield right away, if at all. So, because, like, Todd Howard's on record saying we were going to get mods for 76 and it didn't make it seem, and now the game's been out for what, 4 years and we still don't. So now it's like, okay, maybe they're changing their game on it. So I don't know if we can even plan on mods for Starfield anytime soon. Like Bethesda said they're coming, but they said the same for 76. So I'm not holding my breath for Starfield mods. The difference is that unlike 76, Starfield being single player means that community tools will be available right away. But I am not super into Xedit. Like Xedit's fine. For some things it's better, but I like operating in the creation kit 90% of the time when I'm doing stuff, and so without that I probably won't be modding much. I might make exceptions to it, like if I got an idea that I think pull off, but like the idea like what a lot of people did for scripting during before Creation Kit came out, it was just like, ugh, I don't want to deal with that, like the hackiness they had to do. So I'm kind of I'll kind of be waiting for official tools anyway. So like based on the timeline they did Fallout 4, I think it took them 5 or 6 months to get the kit out. So we don't even know Starfield release date. So like my bet, like if we get Starfield, like say we get Starfield when I think they said Q2, or if they not said at all. I don't know if they've even said. They just said sometime 2020, early 2023. I don't remember what they said. But like, 4 or 5 months after that. So now we're talking a year or two from now. Or I mean, like probably just over a year from now at earliest. So I definitely can't think that far ahead when I got a bunch of SS2 to work on. Quester, thank you for another donation. Having watched 33 Let's Plays and others who did live streams, when they start to ramble, should a true love for the game, and in your case this month,
really use a cigarette.
I feel like I missed a word there. Having watched 33 Let's Plays and others who do live streams, when they start to ramble, should a true love for the game. I feel like there's a missing word there, but it seems like it's all positive. So yeah, I'm rambling because I'm excited. I have a lot of, there's so much information in this mod, it's insane. So like I always want to share a bunch of stuff with you guys, and I get pulled down sidebars and just chase shiny thoughts. And there's no one to stop me and keep me on target.
And now for our fact of the day.
Let's see here. Oh yeah, the Nick Carter, the radio channel selection screen and re-exit bug. Okay, so we go to radio. So we go here and you just exit. and like nothing weird's happening. That's why I don't like the HQ radio. It actually has nothing to do with radio. So that's why I think like whatever's causing this for you, I don't think is SS2, or if it is, it's like it's a really weird corner case bug. But the HQ radio, all it actually is it's just a quest where instead of talking to like this NPC, it's just an NPC, an invisible box you're talking to. It's just a hack. It's smoke and mirrors. So the HQ radio name in it is really a it's just for immersion's sake. He does not play SS2. He played SS1 and Conqueror, but he loves optimizing, spending days tinkering in Satisfactory, Factor, and other Factory sims. Like I said, I'll ask. No promises. Yeah, no problem. I would say first you need to convince him to fall in love with SS2, and then maybe that will come into play, because once he sees our system for it, then he might want to see it change, or maybe like it, or maybe hate it. I don't know. I don't know how people feel about the conversion production, because I know the number of component players I think is significantly less than people who play in category. And category is pretty straightforward. Like it's you really don't need the conversion for it. Like the resources come in at a fairly steady rate. Like other than this silly organics bug we had for the longest time, which appears to be resolved. I think it actually had to do with HQ, and I have fixed that issue for the next patch. So that organics bug should go away for folks. Canuck, a not MMO is different than a single player game. Yeah, I agree. I mean, that's the reason why I am like, okay, well, I can understand why they haven't released mods yet for 76. It's a different beast. But the cynical part of me says it's because of the Atom Shop and they need to make their money. Because you need to pay, but that's also, you got to pay for a live service, like, right? They got to cover the cost of all their servers and everything. So it's a little bit different business model than a single player, where the single player, just having people enjoying and playing your IP means it'll help you sell DLC and help you sell merch. So then having mods is a huge boon. And like, they just got bought by Microsoft, and Microsoft realizes that, like, they have official paid mod support for Minecraft, and they sell hundreds of millions of dollars a year worth of mods there. So like Microsoft Super Pro mods. But again, it's all I can work from is what I got in front of me. So I haven't planned anything for Starfield. I mean, like, I cannot fathom not loving the game from what I've seen so far. I mean, even if I don't know if I'll love it as much as Fallout, because Fallout has a nostalgia attached to it for me, because it was like one of my favorite RPGs as a kid. So then, and it's just, it's got a lot of things I like about. It's like about gaming. Like, it's got a really great shooter system in it. It's got a little bit of a looter shooter element with the legendaries. It's got building, so it's got checks a lot of boxes for me. Zero Zip. If Fallout 5 had settlement building, would you want to bring over some settlements or a light version of it? So I actually, one of the reasons that I rewrote Sim Settlements from scratch for Sim Settlements 2 and took on the job of making Workshop Framework is because in theory I could port all of this to Bethesda's next game. I can't port, I definitely couldn't port it backwards. There's too much going on that like Skyrim wouldn't support, but in theory, unless they change something massive about the engine, I could probably port SS2 forward. Hello. The problem would be is there's just it would probably take ages, because a lot of it is interlinked with the existence of workshops, and so like then we'd have to establish that in Starfield, which they've shown their little base system, but I doubt it's built on the workshop system, because the workshop system, it's a miracle this workshop system is in here the way it's done. It is all done with scripts, which is very uncommon. That's a low-level gameplay thing. That should be at engine level, but instead it's all done at script level, which is crazy. And it's why it's kind of a slow and clunky system, and why we've got so many baseline, like, quirky bugs in workshop stuff. Like the 4294 bug in your Pip-Boy, and there's like a lot of wonkiness, and like the shelter issue, like, and the power grid corruption. Like, these are all base game issues that are partially related to the fact that it's scripted. So but in theory I could still bring those scripts to Starfield. I just don't know what kind of time commitment that would be like. So I imagine, like, knowing myself and knowing any coder would know the same. Like, anytime you get an opportunity for a fresh start, you know in your head you'll do better the next time. And like, I'm sure that is what will happen, is like, even if I want to build the same kind of mechanics and it's like, all right, I need the same foundation, I might pick and, I might take utility chunks of code or like, follow some patterns, but the opportunity to start again, like I feel like the code improvement between SS1 and SS2 is dramatic. Now there's not a ton of people in the community who have seen both code bases to confirm that. So I'm biased obviously, but I imagine I can make similar leaps between 1 and 2, because I just learned more about coding from my job. I've learned more from a couple of the people that have been involved with SS2's code base or workshop frameworks, like E and Baron are like they're way cleaner coders than I, or who else has been in? I'm trying to think of the other people who have shown me a lot of like just good coding practices that I just wasn't doing. Like, I had heard of them and seen them in other people's code, but I just never really thought to do them with modding. And then it's like, well, why wouldn't you? And then so I've started to adapt some of their stuff. But if you ever look, any of you who have access to the code, or if you look at Workshop Framework, you'll see some of E's code and some of the influences on the way I code, of just like it being much more organized and like parsed out, and like doing stuff like that ultimately ends up making the code faster and easier to work with. And so like having a chance to do a fresh slate, I could do that to the whole thing. And yeah, so there's the temptation there. Long answer to the Starfield modding thing. Starfield only lists 2023 right now. Interesting. So they don't even have a month or time frame. Well, all right, I'll start Operation Make Husband Love SS2 pronto. I mean, I hope SS2 helps with that. I hope that the Jake pulls him in like it pulled in the rest of us, and then it'll just be a matter of enjoying the mechanics. Sugar Pops, good day. Hello to you. Josh Parkinson, it'll be interesting to watch you play with both plot and non-plot costs on. The resources getting full really plays havoc with my saves mid-game. Interesting. The resources getting full, you mean like the storage, like where you're just at max storage? I anticipate the issues that I've heard from folks who have told me recently about their experience with components is that there are a couple of resources that are just really hard to get. And some of them we know about, and they're like baked into the system like that, so that there are, because we know that there's more stuff coming in chapter 3. But like one of them I was told today about was that like wood can be a real big problem in the early game, and I was like, oh, that's shocking. Like I wouldn't have expected that, because there's so much wood just laying around in settlements you would think you could grab. And so like that's why that's the type of thing I'm expecting to learn myself, of like, as I start playing, like where are the sticky points, because some of I think the sticky points in the gameplay loop can be solved by adding in some mini quests or some characters to encourage you to do different things. So like some of it can solve that way. Others will solve with balance. Some could be just solved with pop-ups. Like it'll be like, all right, we detected the player is short on this thing. Let's pop up a thing explaining this in a little more detail and give them suggestions. Like, hey, go use the donation system. Because like the donation system, I don't think ever gets explained unless you happen to be curious and poke around the city planner's desk. But if you don't build a city planner's desk for whatever reason, you may not know. You can just donate your leftover stuff for settlers to use. So there's like some of that stuff that's kind of I wouldn't say tribal knowledge, but it requires you to be curious to find it.
Smashing the skull of a child,
and that might be creating artificial roadblocks for folks.
Really? So I smash his skull too.
Thanks, Sneak. See, Sinister 1, on your hardcore playthrough, you may want CVR Gamer's Excess Resource Manager. It's been pretty useful for me at component level, or implement something similar in Justice 2. We actually have a solution for it coming for 3.0. So yeah, I might end up using CVR Gamers as a short-term solution until then. We'll see. Chris McLam, in terms of balancing, do you prioritize time or production rates for how you balanced SS2? So basically, the way we have it set up is for balance of like the production numbers, like you're talking about components, is we looked at all the vanilla outputs. So there's a tool in the CK that lets you get an approximate relative production of every component. So you can kind of gauge roughly the rarity of them. So you can see on a numbers level on a spreadsheet that like adhesive is super rare and everything. But it doesn't take into account spending. So like even though you might see those numbers on this sheet, it doesn't show you how much those are used for something. Like even though so like adhesive might actually, if we looked at the numbers of production, it might show that it's produced at a rate like 1/3 less than everything else. But if you use it twice as much in the game, that's not apparent in that kind of data point. So what we did was we balanced our building plans in a way to produce resources so that they are roughly in line with the appearance rates of those same resources in game. And then we built out, there's actually a spreadsheet you guys can access where we did a bunch of settlement simulations to figure out how many different materials that you would need at any point. And then we balanced around category, because balancing 30 some resources is nightmare fuel. But what we did is we balanced around category, and then because we balanced the production to those categories of saying, like, for example, organic is one of the ones that contains adhesive, and so we knew the relative rate of adhesive's existence, and so within the organic category it will produce it close to that rate, and the costs are stacked to close to that rate. So even though we balanced around category, because that made it a lot easier, when we break it out into component level, the scaling stayed the same both in our production and our costs, so that it'll work out to be similar in time. But again, it's imperfect because of, like, we can't factor in how much you're using that resource to know how much you would have available to donate. And then because conversion is unlocked so late, if we happen to stack a cost for some key building plan to overuse a particular resource that is hard to get, then your only solution is either to donate it, which may not work out well, or to stack that plot type, which is then where you fill up your storage, and that's where CBR's thing comes into play. So I know for a fact there are some like rough points in the production cycle until you get to conversion, and then conversion you can just fully fix your production cycle. But up to then, I can imagine a couple of sticky points where we could solve them by just changing some costs of building plans. But it's all balanced around category because that made it a lot simpler. And then when we broke out to component, we just made sure to keep the scaling the same both at production and costs, if that makes sense. Same with operating costs. They use the same scaling. If I had my spreadsheets handy, I would show them to you, but I don't actually have a link handy right now, and I don't want to. We spend enough time in Windows Explorer. I don't need to go searching my files right now. There should be a link to it on the wiki though. If you go to the wiki and look under industrial production or something, you should find some spreadsheets. We put out this there's like this really interactive spreadsheet we created, and when I did the rebalance patch last summer, right before chapter 2 launched, I put out this interactive spreadsheet anybody could make a copy of, and you basically like plug in all the different plots at what levels that you want to have in a settlement, and it'll show you across several sheets, what you should anticipate your production will be over time. Velen, funnily enough, he played through chapter 1, did not fall in love. I think the story detracted from the crunchiness for him. Ziffer X, if Capital Wasteland or New Vegas is released, will you release standalone SS2 mods that work with them? I mean, we wouldn't have to. They should work out of the box as long as they have settlements. So, for example, the Project Mojave and Point Lookout, they both have settlements, and they just work organically with SS2. And we actually did for those two in particular. We actually, for the VR system, we actually baked in support for that, and we can do that for any other mod with world space and settlements. So, like, if you guys know of other world space mods that have settlements, and if they have a map, like if they have this, and you can actually view it in your Pip-Boy, we can actually integrate it into the VR system. I'll pop in there. I don't have any of them installed, but I just kind of want to go into VR now. So if you guys know of any, it's real easy to do. Like XV did it for those two mods real quick for us. I think really quick. XV, you can correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe it was a bigger project than I thought. But basically, we can set up this system right here, this map look system. Oh, what's going on? What happened to the texture? Oh, I know what happened. When I was tinkering with the files earlier to try and fix an issue with the outfits, I grabbed some things called Overview BGSM, and I bet they were old versions of the thing, so I've just broken my local copy of that. So let me put that on my list. Good thing I came in here. You guys would have been reporting this as a bug. Let's see, Overview BGSMs are incorrect. Yeah, I specifically remember seeing those 3 files, and I was like, that's odd. Why aren't those in there? And now I see why. There was something wrong with them. But anyway, we can change to this location, and we can actually bring up maps for third-party worlds, and they'll actually show up. They're not showing up right now for me because I accidentally copied over some old material files when I was tinkering, trying to bug fix in the middle of stream. Nick Carter, can you check if the female CPD officers near BADTFL have facial expressions while talking? Sure. Let's exit sim.
Hey.
Invisible Lupe. Ah! Alright, let's go to BADTFL, which is here. I'm glad that happened to be next to Bunker Hill, or I'd always forget where it is, because the icon's not very prominent. Badsy, speaking of Sneak, can you reset his or other character's requirement quest? No. I mean, like, his quest, Sneak's quest is funny. If you fail that one, he takes over, he steals one of your settlements, and you can just go talk to him and challenge him again anytime. That's how it's supposed to work anyway. If you're not finding that to be the case, that's a bug.
Attention, citizens. You may now resume your normal
Okay, so you said
activities.
It's specifically female CPD officers?
Hostile
Oh,
target
I think that was one,
detected.
but let's help kill some bad guys first.
Evidence now? I can't remember.
Alright, let's see here.
Hey, CPD officers on patrol, protecting and serving up law, order, justice. Hello, and a reasonable. All's well, I hope.
Those were both voiced by the same person. That was pretty funny. Let's see, how about you?
Hey there.
Commonwealth Police, here to protect and serve.
Okay, so we don't have any lady officers
Commonwealth
out here.
Police Patrol. For any crime reports, complaints, applications, or bounty claims, please see one of our senior officers at HQ.
Identify yourself.
Looks like we rolled into all male officers, so I don't have anybody I can check. I can probably spawn one. Does anybody have the X-Edit open or something? They can tell me the ID for the CPD. Actually, I can just grab it from these guys. I have a better F4C installed. I want to see here. That will show me the leveled character. CPD officer. Place at me A004724. I don't know if that's the male officer that I'm just placing.
Attention.
Oh no, that looks like a level. It might be a male leveled list though. Let's just keep doing it a few times, see what happens.
Interfering with a law
Yeah, I think that's the male.
enforcement robot
Hello.
is
All's well, I hope.
Wait. Nope, there's
Commonwealth
some
Police
female officers.
Patrol.
Here we go.
Hey.
For any crime
Commonwealth
reports,
Police
complaints,
Patrol.
applications,
For
or
any
bounty
crime
claims,
reports,
please see one of our senior
complaints,
officers
Yep,
at
bounty
no
HQ.
claims.
files.
Please see
Interesting.
one of our senior officers at HQ.
Commonwealth Police, here to protect and serve.
CPD officers on patrol, protecting and
Okay.
serving up
Alright,
law,
that's,
order, justice.
I'll save this and send this
a
over
reasonably
to
priced list of fines.
send this over to our voice file manager. Save CPD female lip files missing. Eric Amber Studio finally met all unique settlers with the beacon locked one. D. Harris kept reloading a save until the caravan came back with the chemical plant. The game was rigged from the start. Oh yeah, that's a tough one to get. So then you've got, now you know them all. So if you feel another inspiration for icons for that secret project, there you go. Sinister one regarding Sneak. On one playthrough, I had some cryogenic armor that triggered while we were boxing, and he accused me of cheating with weapons, then just hung out at the settlement. Oh, I don't remember how the cheating happens. I know that if he beats you, see, I thought cheating counted as that too. Is that he would just take? Because I think if he beats you, you don't die. You just go into like it stops right at 1 health or whatever, and then he takes the settlement. I don't know what's supposed to happen when you cheat.
Commonwealth Police Patrol. For any crime
Yeah,
reports,
this is a lot of CPD officers.
Or bounty.
It's interesting that the lip files got missed because we usually do it in batches. Like we don't manually generating lip files is nightmare fuel. So usually we have a tool to do it. So I don't know how they got missed on those. Usually it'll be, rather than missing lip files, you'll occasionally find a robo voice file where you just hear like the computer talking. Well, no, I guess it's not like that. It's more like Stephen Hawking, which I don't know if I can do that voice. But anyway, you know the sound, the old school sound of like telling your computer to read text to speech. That's usually what it sounds like. But the missing lip files is a rarity. Generally, when that happens, it means the subtitles didn't match the audio, and so the game didn't know how to, or the engine didn't know how to generate the lip files. But in that case, I could see the subtitles were fine. And this coffee, the coffee that keeps on giving here. But yeah, very interesting, because then it sounded like there were 2 different female voice actresses. Well, I guess we don't. Do we use the term? Do people use the term actresses anymore? Or do we just say actors? I don't even know. All these crazy rules to follow anymore with linguistics. But anyway, there's that both of them ended up not lip synced. That's very odd to me. I wonder if there's something funky with their files or something. Very, very odd. But I'll get it fixed. I don't know when. We'll put it on the list. We have somebody on the team who just manages all of our voice files and makes sure that they're all organized and stuff. And I'm sure they will be appalled to see so many lipless files. Well, it looks like you guys are all running out of steam on me. I got a few sips left, so I guess we'll call it a night. Thank you all for joining me tonight. It was fun to grind out some settlement power and finally get some progress on there. Got some great bugs to work with, some nice saves. So hopefully the plan right now is to patch next Friday, but given all of the outfit bugs we ran into, I might push it back another week. I'm going to, as soon as I get the HQ radio stuff sorted out, I'm going to post a public beta, so those of you guys who want to check it out. It's not only the HQ radio stuff I'm going to put in, but also we've just got a bunch of like really good fixes, like fix to the resource bug that we've been talking about. So last patch, or the last 2 patches, we claimed to fix some resource issues, but basically what we did is a band-aid patch, and now I found the actual issue. It had to do with HQ, and I fixed it for the next patch. This big persistence thing we have, actually, let me check that real quick, for Workshop Framework that will hopefully help with reducing power grid issues for folks. Let's see. Oh, yeah, look at that, 1,200 items. So we got this new persistence system that's going to keep your workshop items in memory all the time, so they can't get replaced in your power grid, and then they can't shoot back that they have negative numbers, which is what causes this 4294 bug that some of you will sometimes see on here. Like you'll look on one of your resources, it'll say 4294, which means that it's reporting as negative something. It's kind of like the 999 bug that we used to get in SS1, and occasionally I see it pop up in here. But anyway, this potential persistence manager thing could fix like a ton of random workshop issues, but it's such a huge change that I really want to get the tires kicked by a few of you out in public with real saves, with hundreds of mods, so we can make sure that this is a good idea to push out to everybody. And that too might push me toward pushing back the patch till not next Friday, but the Friday after. So sometime in the next 10 to 17 days, you guys will get another patch, and then we'll go from there. But all right, guys, I'm gonna get some rest. I will see you all hopefully next Wednesday, barring any real life catastrophes. So we'll catch you all later.